weirdo. You see this? You see this? Hey, guys and gals and queens and kings. What's going on? It's your girl, Diamond Butterfly. What's your name?
What's my name? My name's T Wade in the house. How y'all doing? We're just getting a little sidetracked and distracted by this dog that's in here trying to mess with us. All of a sudden, he must know we're on the camera, so he wants to start messing around. But welcome to the show. We're glad that you could join us on Sofa Chat, where we are here every other Wednesday. Glad you could join us. We're going to have some great conversation. We're going to talk a little bit today, do just a little one-on-one personal thing with you.
This is what we do. Like he said, every second and fourth Wednesday, we are here and we're going to talk about a little bit of everything under the sun. We're going to try to keep it, fun and light and not too heavy, but that does not mean that every once in a while we are not going to hit those heavy topics and talk about, those taboo topics, because nothing is too taboo for this duo. That's what we do. And
that's what we do.
So listen, and if you would like to be a guest one day, or you want to be on a panel one day, or you have a topic that you would like to talk about, hit us up. Email us.
Let's talk about it.
And let's talk about it. Let's get on here and let's bring it out. If you have a product, if you're a business owner, if you're an artist, if you need some exposure and you're looking for, if you'd like to sponsor the show or Trailblazers Radio, because we are on the Trailblazer Radio Network. So there are several shows within the network that can promote and talk about you and your product. So hit us up and we can tell you about that. Yeah, we can do that. So how you been?
I'm tired.
I'm tired. It's a hardworking man right here, y'all.
I'm tired. I'm at work 12 hours a day.
Holiday, getting your packages for you.
12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Tired. But there's bills to be paid. I gotta take care of the Wizzo. You know how she gotta take care of the Wizzo. Gotta take care of them bills. It's a holiday. You gotta make sure y'all get your gifts and everything on time. It's tired.
Tired.
I don't even deliver the gifts. I just pack them for you. But still, tired. But that's okay. That's okay, because guess what? After a tiring day, it's good to be able to come home to the Wizzo and get with you.
Yes.
T Wade and Diamond Butterfly in the house, trying to bring you the best of the best of the best in conversation. Entertainment is what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we
do. So we want to thank y'all for being here. I'm trying to type, and this is hard. It's hard to type and talk at the same time.
She doesn't understand how it's supposed to work, but that's okay.
What?
We're going to keep it flowing.
What do you mean I don't understand?
Right now, we're going to have a little conversation, okay, with y'all. We're going to seeing how we're this right here. We're going to talk about being able to, we need to know what y'all think concerning being able to express your expectations to your significant other.
Or before you even start dating. Like, he's talking about significant others. I'm going to take it back even a little bit further. Like, when should you start talking about your expectations? Like, should you do that while you are dating, talking, or before you get to that stage where you're committed? Like, talk about your expectations at that point. Wait until you're committed. Like, definitely don't wait until you get married. Like, y'all should have been talked about expectations long before you got married. Don't, what was that? Who was that comedian that was like, as soon as she say I do, it'd be like, some things around here got to change. I just had this head in my name.
It wasn't you.
Yeah, but it wasn't me. No, but there was a comedian who had a thing. Sinbad, that's his name. He had a little bit, and that was his thing. Like, you get married, and then all of a sudden people change. Don't do that. Don't wait until y'all say I do, and then all of a sudden now you got a long laundry list of what you expect from him or her. Don't do that.
You can't do that because
I signed up for A, and now you don't put a ring on it. Now you want me to do B. Like, that's not fair.
Yeah, and no, it does happen. No,
It does.
it does happen. I mean, you can't always cover everything right off task, right off jump.
No.
Sometimes you have to learn, and that's what people don't understand. Relationships, not just marriage, like she was saying, but relationships as a whole. They're
They're a
a
learning
learning
process. Yeah.
process. They are,
Yeah.
and you're constantly learning from day one to day thousand.
Yeah.
You're learning. If you're with somebody and you're not learning about them on a regular, and you're not experiencing new things with them, then yeah, something's wrong,
Right.
because it's a learning experience, and it's an experience as a whole. So you're able to enjoy each other through your experiences that you have. You're able to express yourself and try new things.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's the fun in it.
Yeah.
That is the fun in it. But expectations have to be put on the table so that you know what kind of experiences you're gonna have. You know what you're gonna do. Some things are not easy to talk about sometimes.
And some things are taboo to talk about.
Yeah,
And
taboo.
some people are so scared to be alone, or they're so scared that, well, if I say I need flowers every week. If I tell him I need flowers every week, he gonna think I'm too needy, I want too much, and he's gonna leave me. Well, if that is one of your necessities, like you are a girl guy, I mean, guys can get flowers. If you're somebody who needs flowers,
Can guys get
every
flowers?
guys can. Why
Guys
can't y'all
get
get
flowers?
flowers?
Can we get flowers?
Why can't guys get
That's the
flowers?
question. Can we get flowers? I'm just saying.
Have I ever bought you flowers?
No, that's what I'm saying. Can guys get flowers?
We got to
I'm
get him
just
some
saying.
flowers. We
Can
got to
guys
get him some flowers.
Y'all act like we don't know what to do with flowers. Like,
I'm not a big flower person. He used to
not.
always buy me flowers,
I did.
and I never told him that I wasn't a flower person.
She didn't.
I appreciated them. I never was like, ew, flowers. Like, I wasn't that type, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I always appreciated them. But I'm just not a big, like, oh my gosh, he bought me roses. Like, that's not me.
Matter of fact, she don't even want roses. If I do get her flowers, she'll appreciate them. But for some reason, roses aren't her thing. She's extraordinary.
I want something different.
Yeah. She don't want the same old thing.
I want something different.
But again, that's that communication,
yes.
and it's a statement on the expectation, which I didn't know originally, but I know now.
You know now, yes. But back to what I was saying, if you do want flowers or something, whatever it is, we have to go out and do something together every week. I need this. I don't care if it's a walk through the park. It doesn't have to always be spending money. Whatever your needs are, do not be afraid to say them, for fear that the person will not want to be with you. Because why be with somebody who doesn't do your non-negotiables? If this is a non-negotiable for you, we have to spend time together. We have to do something together. 7 days cannot go by where we did not spend intentional time together. If that's important to you, that needs to be known. And if the person that you are trying to date to build a future with is like, you crazy, like my life, my work schedule, this, blah, 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 then you know that's not the person for you. Don't try to make somebody be
what they weren't when you got with them.
Right. Don't be like, well, he gonna get with me or she gonna get with me, and I'm gonna be so good to them that they're gonna evolve into this person that I want. No. Find the person that's already there why are you trying to retrain somebody? Now, there are things that you don't find out about people until you get with them.
Yeah, just that.
Which is what he said. You will never know everything about somebody from a couple of dates. Y'all could spend 6 years dating. There's some things you won't find out until you live with that person.
That can be ugly.
You can visit their house. She can visit yours. You can visit hers. Yeah. And there's still some things that, because if they know you coming over, they're going to clean.
Yeah. Like when she didn't know, like, for example, if you're going to leave your socks in the bathroom every day that you take a shower, you leave your underwear on the floor. Yeah, that might be a thing. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying she does that. I'm just saying that could be a thing. And if that's a thing, then you might want to work on that bit. But there are things you don't know somebody until you've lived with them. So that's a whole nother thing. Expectations gotta be on your expectation queue. But at the same time, there are some things you're just not gonna learn
Yeah,
until you've lived with somebody.
There are just
and that's
some
crazy.
things that you're not gonna know.
You're not. You're just not.
And you gotta be. I don't want to say you got to be okay with that, but you have to understand that there are some things that you are just not going to learn. You're not going to know. You're not going to know if they snore by going on a date with them unless you ask them, and they may not know that they snore because they're sleeping. How would they know if they snore?
No, listen, for your church folk out there, we're not advocating that you sleep with everybody before you get with. We're not doing that.
We're not. That's
but
not what we're saying.
Again, you're not gonna know something about everybody. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, wow.
See, you wanted the heat on.
You're not gonna know about everybody right off cuff. You're just not. It just doesn't work that way. And you have to be, like she said, you have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with that, then there is a learning process that comes along with this. And a lot of times we tend to think that there is no period of learning. You know what I mean? But you have to be okay with the things that you're dealing with. You have to be okay with the things that you're learning about somebody. If you can't, then have a conversation and be about your business. Go about your business. Because like she was saying, you can't just get into a situation and then decide, you know what, I don't like how you did that, so I need you to change it.
Right. Now, I mean, they're not like, and there are some things. If I told him, like, say I knew he don't pick up after himself. I knew this. We were dating, and I knew he does not pick up after himself. He takes his clothes off, and wherever he takes them off, that's where they are. I saw that. I came by his house one day, dirty laundry everywhere. I saw this. Bed was never made up. Anytime I came, if I continue dating you and I don't say anything about it, that says I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it says it's all good.
3 years down the line, why am I start complaining about something that I've been through dating? I knew, I saw, I never mentioned it. I never said, hey, babe, is it laundry day? Is that why your clothes are everywhere? I never said anything about it. Now, all of a sudden, I'm a cause an argument and be like, and you'll never pick up your clothes. Your clothes, are you just dirty? And he can be like, we've been together for 3 years. Like, I've been doing this for 3 years. Now it's a problem.
And some of y'all do it, and you wait until there's something else that you're discussing or arguing about, and then you want to bring it up. Like, I thought we was arguing about the fact that I burnt chicken, and you upset about my clothes on the floor. Why are you going to create 2 and 3 arguments out of one? I mean, I like the ratio of the conversation, get it all in one shot, but yeah, she does.
That's me, because I don't like to shake the boat.
Wasn't that last week?
Yeah, I don't like to rock the boat kind of person. So I'm the kind of person that if I might be upset with you about something, but I may not. And if you guys are commenting, I apologize. For some reason, we cannot see all of the comments. If you are on our Diamond Star Entertainment page on YouTube, I can see your comments. If you are on our Diamond Star Entertainment page on Facebook, I can see your comments. Unfortunately, it is not letting me see any other comments, so I sincerely apologize. I did just share the Diamond Star Entertainment live on my Facebook page. So if you are following me on Facebook, it is on my Facebook page, and you can join right from there. I see there's a few people watching, but I can't see if you're commenting, so I apologize. For some reason. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's happening, but it is what it is. Though.
I don't like to rock the boat. If we are in a place of peace and I'm upset about something, I am very much the one that'd be like, well, I'm just mad. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. I'm gonna just let it be what it be. But then, like he said, we arguing about the chicken, or we arguing about, not even arguing, like we having a discussion about A, and now I want to bring up C, B, D, all the way to Z. And he like, where'd that come from? Like, I thought we was talking about the dog that peed on the floor, and you talking about the mail I didn't bring up yesterday, and the trash I didn't take out, and
why?
all this other stuff. Like,
I don't know why people do that. That's
yeah.
just wrong. At every level, it's wrong. Like,
it is.
Why
It
you
is.
do that?
I don't know why I do that. I know why I do
it's
that.
cool that she
I know why I do
it's
that.
cool that she doesn't want to rock the boat. That's cool.
But it's still rocking the boat. It's still rocking the boat. Ladies, gentlemen, you are still rocking the boat, because half the time when I'm upset, my partner knows. If your partner knows you, he can tell when your vibe is off.
We like to play that we don't know. You know, people like to play that they don't know. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with me. Stop asking me.
But guess what? We know. We know. Like, we just times where we'll go through that little exchange where it's like, what's wrong?
Nothing.
And I'll be quick to be like, I didn't say anything was wrong. But
I
don't have to.
I didn't say you said. If you said something was wrong, I wouldn't have to ask you.
There you go.
That's what I say.
I will say it too. We're two peas in a pod, and we do that because we don't want to rock the boat, so to speak. And that's cool.
Or we're trying to avoid conflict, which is that same thing as not wanting to rock the boat. I don't want to say anything because if I say something, it might start an argument, and I don't want to start an argument. But then your partner can sense that something's wrong, so you're already creating an atmosphere where somebody's feeling like, oh, you got something wrong with you, but you don't want to tell me. Fine. Now his vibe is off because my vibe is off, or vice versa. And we just go to separate rooms of the house because, like, well, if you don't want to talk to me about it, fine.
And it's funny because we have plenty to do in those separate rooms. So, like, I'll go to the man cave, and I've got my refrigerator up there. I've got my TV. I got my computer. I got my game system. You know what it is? And it's quiet up there. And I ain't got to worry about looking at her and being like, when are we going to talk type thing. It's that getaway. She's got a 3-in-1 room in there. It's her beauty room, her office, and it's also a studio for music. So, like, we can disperse and go take time. And sometimes you need that time, which we tend not to want to give each other. Or we don't understand the purpose. Like, why you got to wait all day. But sometimes you need that cooling off period.
And that's where communication comes in. Because sometimes you could just say, yeah, something's wrong, babe. I'm dealing with something, but can I just get a little while?
Well, here's the thing, though.
And I'll come back to you later.
If it's me and it's her that I have a problem with, I can't just say, well, I got, I'm dealing with something and I'll get back to you. It's not like that. And not only that, but I know that she knows there's a problem, and she 9 times out of 10 knows she and I are the problem. Like, there could be something we're dealing with, but I don't feel like talking about it. So I can't tell her, even though it was great advice she just gave, I can't tell her, well, I got a problem right now. And
I'm working on it.
And I just don't feel like talking to you about it right now, because in saying those words, it upsets her.
But if you tell me it's about me, then yeah.
All that does is confirm that it's about her.
Yeah, so
but
don't tell me it's about me.
It doesn't change the mindset that he's upset. He don't want to talk to me. Because in her head, it's like, well, fine, you ain't got to talk to me then. I'm just going to go do my business. And that's how that goes. And it's the same thing with me. I'm working on me. I'm not going to paint a bad picture on her, because it's the same way with me. I do the same thing. Like, well, why can't you tell me now? I'll literally ask, well, how about we talk about it, get it on the table, get it done with it, But she's not the one to want to take 50 years. Like, for her, if she wants to talk, she'll initiate, But she doesn't always want to talk, or I don't always want to talk.
And I don't always come correct. It's not always what you say.
It's how you say it.
It's how you say it. He don't always believe that. And I am also guilty of coming incorrectly. Okay, so there was this video on I don't know where, TikTok somewhere, of what is that lady's name? The black Avanza, is that her name? The lady that does the therapy with the couples, the black lady that
Ivana, yeah.
Okay, so she was doing this thing with this black couple, husband and wife, and the issue was that the husband was allowing, I'm assuming, his biological children, not hers, to not do what they're supposed to do around the house. He sleeps in, the kids do whatever it is that the kids want to do. And so when she said to the wife, tell him what the problem is, she was like, your children that I did not give birth to do X, Y, and Z. You sleep, you don't make them do what they're supposed to do, and I'm tired of it. Basically, I'm summarizing what she said, but that's the way she said it, her tone, kind of like fed up. Like, listen, these are your children, and you let them do whatever they want to do, and that's not cool. So the Yvonne, I'm probably saying her name wrong. She was like, "No, sweetheart, that's not how you talk to him. You need to say, baby, when you do this, I need you to I need you to set the example in the house, and I need you to, make, be the leader in the house." And she brought her tone down to like this, short whisper. And I was like, there is no way on God's green earth that I'm talking to my 50-something-year-old husband like he's a 2-year-old. We don't talk to children like that. There is no way. Nobody asked for your input. There is no way that if my husband is allowing his children, our children, my children, whatever, to get away with something after I've said, hey, kids need to be doing X, Y, and Z. And yeah, he's going to go check the dog, y'all. That I'm going to be like, baby, I need you to be the king of the household that I know you can be. And I need you to be more in tune and more present here in our relationship and with the rearing of the children. Like, I feel like that is saying that I have to dumb down my husband and speak to him
it's
like
not dumbing down. It's about what it's about. It's about.
Wait, let me finish.
People are more. Okay, I'll let you finish.
Let me finish. Hold up. And the reason why I say that is because by the time she got to this show, she's probably asked him nicely several times. She's probably mentioned to him nicely, respectfully, all of that stuff, babe, whatever. She's probably done all of that. Now she's on the show, and now she's fed up. She's probably been fed up. So now she's speaking from emotion, right? Because ladies, we know we don't come to you time number 1 like this. We don't come to you time 3 or 4 like this. Like, it takes a while normally to get us to this. Like, we've said things, we've left hints, we've tapped you on the shoulder, we've left a note, we've done all the things that say something's wrong. And it goes vice versa. Somebody's not catching it. Now that we're up here and we say it, now there's a problem. Like, why are you talking to me like that? Okay, but when I said it 16 minutes ago or 16 times ago in a nice, passive, quiet, please, baby, please manner, I got 0. Now that I'm fed up, now I'm wrong. So it's like, I love my husband. I do. But I'm going to talk to him like he's a grown adult.
Okay. But you do not, that does not mean that you have to come out the side of your neck or come hard just because you love your husband and you want to treat him like an adult. That doesn't mean, because if that's the case, anytime I get upset and I come out the side of my neck any old way because I think you're an adult and you can take it, then I'm not wrong.
Well, no, I'm not saying out the side of your neck.
But see, you gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful with how you talk to the people. I'm just saying, you can't do. Sometimes it is easier to catch bees with honey than it is. Now, I've always told her, and she can't say I haven't. I've always told her, you hold the keys to everything, Tony. You hold the keys. Everything, T-Wade, you hold the key. You have a key on that ring for everything, every aspect concerning Tony. It's a matter of how you use them, or if you use them at all. Now, when it comes to my wifey, she doesn't like to have to use the keys. She's like, why should I have to use the key when you can open the door? Like, that's her thing. Like, okay, well, I'm at the door. Can I use? Let's, why you gotta wait for me to use the key? But sometimes we do get in a situation, and when I say we, I mean everybody, where we aren't responsive to anything but those keys. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but sometimes those keys are unnecessary. Sometimes you have to use those keys. If you use them, then you get the result that you want.
Maybe.
No, you get okay, all right. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. There are plenty of times if you use these keys, you will get the result that you want. Some keys on these rings are universal keys. Mm-hmm. So you can use them and you will get the response you want. Mm-hmm. It's every key does something different and it's for something different. And she has the key to everything T-Way. She does. But she's already admitted she doesn't like to have to use them all the time.
I don't like to have to use the keys all the time. I feel like it takes away from a person's responsibility. If he's upset and we're in this disagreement or he's in his mood, instead of coming to me and saying, babe, he knows when he's off. He's not oblivious to knowing when his energy is off. When your energy is off, or when you're in a bad mood and you're in a funk, you know that you are in a funk. So if I do not always want to have to go to him and be like, baby,
it doesn't have to be that drastic.
I don't, you know what I mean?
It doesn't have to.
But I'm just saying, I don't want to always have to do that. Like, if you know you're in a bad mood and you know you're in a funk, why can't you just say, babe, I know my head is in a bad place today. I'm sorry if I'm coming off wrong. Please don't take my mood personal. Come to me first, because otherwise it feels like I got to pull it out of you. And then he's like, well, like if I walk up to him and I give him a hug and I give him a kiss, he's like, that will just melt me. And if I'm in a bad mood, it'll just make me feel better. Okay. So that takes away from your own responsibility fixing yourself.
But it also opens me up to be responsive to that conversation that you're looking for. And that's my thing right there. If
so you can't do it unless I do. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes we can't because sometimes we're stuck. Like sometimes it's an emotional, mental thing. Sometimes it's not just a pride thing. Sometimes it's not a. Sometimes it's I'm stuck.
Okay, so how am I supposed to know if I don't know when that sometimes is? That means I have to do it every single time.
No, because that's not always the case. It'd be different if every single time there's an issue she has to use the key.
I don't use the key, so
she don't ever use the key.
That's not true. That's not true. Oh my goodness, y'all! He is lying. Let me move before lightning strikes us both. He is lying.
Okay. So she does use them. She does. She does. In the beginning, she didn't, and we had to have the conversation about the keys. And she does use them now more than she used to.
No, actually, I probably use them less than that. When we were in Virginia, I used them more.
Right, but before we went to Virginia, she didn't use the keys at all.
Well, I didn't know about the keys before we went to Virginia.
Well, I think she did.
You told me about the keys in Virginia, and that's when I was using them. Then we moved back here, and I forgot all about the keys.
She forgot all.
I forgot all about the keys. So I use them occasionally, but when I come with the keys, I can admit that if I have to bring you the key, and I have to open the door, I'm slamming that key in the lock. Are you okay? What's wrong with you? You gonna talk like I'm coming? Like I'm coming? Like what's wrong with you? You want to talk or what? Like I'm definitely coming harder than I need to, trying to figure it out. Where but before I would just come.
That's why the door's not open in the first place. You get what I'm saying? Like and again, and this is something that you could also use as a conversational piece in the beginning. This is something that you can talk about. Like, okay, we need to talk about how we respond to each other, in a situation, in certain situations, because it's hard. For me, especially with somebody who's been hurt, somebody that's had to go through some stuff, and they're not open to conversation. It's hard for them to just open up when they're hurt, upset, sad, mad. Sometimes it's hard for them.
Oh, yeah.
To converse. So a lot of times you got to use those keys and open up the conversation with those keys. You have to unlock where they're at. I could be, and I kid you not, y'all, when I say this, I could be downright angry. I could be like wanting to flip tables and everything else. If she uses the right key on that key ring, she can melt me, and I come right. I can come out of that. It's the same thing as if, say, we get into an argument. If there's been times in the past where we've argued, my wife can be very soft at heart, very sensitive, soft. So there's times where our arguments hurt her, which I can appreciate that. I don't like it, but I can appreciate it. And when it happens, if there have been those big moments, and then she's hurt, and she's so hurt to where she may cry. And I could be on a scale of 0 to 10, I could be a 10 plus. If I see her sitting there crying, that takes me automatically down to a 3. From a 10 to a 3. It does, because I hate to see her cry. And I hate the fact that I feel like I did that to her. So then I want to converse with her, like, babe, listen, I'm sorry. Listen, we're going to talk, but automatically it'll take me to a 3. And then our conversation takes me down to that 1 or 0 that she wants me at. And I'm not saying that she's got to cry to get me there. But what I'm saying is that my response is to certain things that she does, certain things she reacts to. Like, it is what it is. So if you use a key that is like, babe, I love you so much, and I don't, I'm sorry that we're going through this, or something to that effect. Yeah, like the right key will open me up for dialogue. It'll take down the wall, so to speak.
Yeah.
It'll take down the wall that I've built from my anger or my sadness or my frustration or whatever it is. She can turn any situation with me around. I literally mean that from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my soul. We're going head to head. If she wanted to, she could reverse anything about me. She can do that. She has that ability. I love her that much. But
I don't always want to.
Yeah, she don't always want to. So then we stay in it for hours. And then when I do come to her finally, because, I try to take the wall down brick by brick by brick, which is tedious if it's a big wall, Now I'm coming to her hours later, and she's like, well, you could have said that earlier. Like, why you wait all day to come to me? Like, now you want to have a conversation? When I asked you what was wrong, you said nothing. So now you want to come to me. And then that becomes a whole nother. Now it's like, okay, here we go.
Right.
Brick back on the wall. Because it's like, I've told her, like, I don't like fighting with her. Don't like arguing. So that could be a thing that you talk about as well. You have to put things on the table. You have to be able to address things for what they are. You have to be able to understand where a person's coming from, where they've been. You have to know how to maneuver a person. Once you get to know a person, then you're able to maneuver and use those keys.
Yeah, that's important. It is hard. It's hard for me. I think a lot of it, like, he went back to when you're somebody who's gone through something, when you've been abusive relationships, or you have things in your childhood that you went through, it becomes, you put up a wall. And Tony's gotten through a lot of my walls, and he's still going through that maze. I mean, we've been together 14 years.
15.
Is it? Not yet.
April. This is a couple months away.
No, that's marriage, babe.
Oh, here we go.
That's married. We've been married for 10 years.
That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show. Get to your point. That's a whole nother show.
What were we talking about?
Oh, here we go.
Forget it.
I know you were saying that I've been able to get through.
Oh, some of my defenses. So, I have my own little quirks and things that, and I don't think it's pride. I don't think it's pride with me. I think there's just certain things that I've had to do in past relationships that I'm at a point where I'm like, I finally have somebody that I love, that I feel like they love me too. And now I want to be catered to. Like, I don't want to be the person that always has to go. I don't want to be the person that always has to make it right. I don't want to be the person that always has to be like, baby. Like, no, I want somebody to be baby to me. I want somebody to come to me and put their arms around me and give me a hug.
But she does have
and
that.
I'm not saying he doesn't do that. I'm just saying I think that's a part of why I am so like, I'm not doing that. Like, I've done it for too long. I don't want to have to do that. I want you to fix yourself. But and that
that's where
becomes
these
my
guys
issues.
mess it up for us other guys.
Yes.
Y'all mess it up for the good guys who are already ready to go there, but y'all done screwed up. So now their defense mechanisms are up.
You was trying to say defective?
No, I was saying defense. But
they call me defective.
No,
y'all.
I wasn't gonna call it defective. I never call my wife out her name. but I do understand where she's at. You know what I mean? And you've got to learn who you're with. You have to take the time out to learn who you're with and how they work. And if you're aware of the issues that they've had in the past, then you go forward like you're supposed to.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't ignore it and be like, well, screw you. You know, I'm gonna do what I've been doing. Like, once you know somebody, then act accordingly.
Yeah.
And we tend not to want to do that. And sometimes she brought it up. Sometimes it is pride. Sometimes it's a pride thing. It's not always a pride thing, but sometimes it's a pride thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But you gotta have these conversations. You gotta talk. You gotta figure out what works for you and let it work for you. And if it don't work for the other person, then like I told you in my show last week, reevaluate then. Reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta have conversation. You have to have the conversations. You have to work.
You do. You do. You got to have that kind of. You do have to have those conversations. And this is where people say, you know, healing yourself from broken relationships, healing yourself from past hurts before you get into a new relationship is important, because then you don't have that baggage that you're bringing into the new relationship. He doesn't have to work so hard to break down any walls. I don't have to work so hard to convince him I'm not his ex and all of that type of stuff, because we've already done the work to heal those wounds. Are they ever 100% healed? I don't think they're ever 100% healed. Like, if you get a scar, it may, go over, but that wound is always there. It's never like, oh, I don't even know where I was cut at anymore. Like, there's still a scar. So there still may be things that trigger you that somebody might do, but I think you handle them differently if you've gone through the process of healing yourself or figuring out what it was about that relationship or what it was about whatever it is that caused you so much pain. And once you can get through that, then when you get to a new relationship, you're not judging your new person by what the old person did. Or even, and it's harder when it's childhood trauma, because a lot of us sometimes don't understand what that childhood trauma is and what it's done to us. We just know we act a certain way or certain things. You may have never been in a relationship before. So if this is my first relationship, why am I being triggered by things? Nobody's ever done anything to me, cheated on me or anything like that. But maybe your dad was a Rolling Stone. So in the back of your head, you think guys cheat and you don't want. So when he's home late from work, you're like, see, that's what my daddy used to do. So there's things that we need to really look at before we start getting into relationships.
And she is right on that. She's right. Like, as far as working to fix, but sometimes people don't know what their wounds are.
Right.
They don't know that they're literally like going through something from past experiences. They don't know that they're carrying that. And like, I do agree with you, but at the same time, sometimes it's the person that you decided to get with that can be your saving grace as well. Not that you should use them as that, and not that you should look to them to be that, but sometimes it ends up happening that way. Sometimes they help you through what your trauma is or was. Sometimes they're there for that. If you're not always, we don't want to paint the picture that you have to be 100% healed, because like she said, she doesn't feel like, she said it, she doesn't feel like you're 100% over it. You're going to carry the scar from that injury. Got that. But
work on yourself. Like, people who bounce from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. those rebound relationship. I just got out of one in March, on March 1st, and by March 15th, I got a new boo. And then that lasts for 2 weeks. And then March 30th, I got a new boo. Like, you need to do some work. You need to do some healing. And even if it's every 6 months, like, if you don't give your time, your mental, your heart, forget body, forget all the sex and all of that type of stuff. If you don't give your mental and your heart time, a space in between you jump into a new relationship, especially if it's one that ended badly. Like, sometimes people walk away and it's amicable. We just didn't get along. We just decided to go separate ways. Well, then you might be good. But I would still say take a little bit of time to just figure out, well, why didn't we work out? What might I have been able to do different? Were we just two different people? Or was there something about me that said, I can't do X, Y? You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't do this. I couldn't get over this. This was just too much for me. Why? And it doesn't mean that you have to be okay with whatever people do. Maybe his clothes and laundry on the floor, drives you crazy because your parents were like super strict and they would yell and scream at you if they saw a piece of paper on the floor. So throughout your life, you've just been so rigid that everything has to be in its place all the time. And now to be with somebody who leaves a cup in the sink drives you absolutely crazy. Like, figuring out why things make you feel the way they do only helps us to be better at understanding who we are. And I don't think we push that agenda. I don't think we talk about our feelings and our emotions and understanding each other enough. Not even understanding each other, but just knowing yourself. We don't talk about knowing thyself enough. We don't get into knowing who you are as a person enough.
I think a lot of things have changed. A lot of things in life have changed, especially when it comes to couples. I've become privy after watching, because I work so hard that sometimes I've got to like put on my phone and search YouTube to find some things to watch and everything. And I've been watching different podcasts that talk in terms of relationships, and things have changed. Things have changed in a big way. And like chivalry, they used to say chivalry is dead.
It's dead. It's buried.
It's not dead, but it is close to non-existent, because a lot of people out there just don't do it. Like, dudes don't open doors all the time anymore. Like, I know there'll be some of y'all that'll be like, I open doors. Okay, but there are, for every one that does, there's like 30, 40 that don't. Like,
and don't see, and not just that they don't, they be like, what's wrong with her arms? Like, that's their mindset. Like, she don't know how to open the door for herself. She can't open a car door. She can't open the door to the restaurant. Why I gotta open the door for her? Like, help her with her coat on. Why would I do that?
Why? And it's irritating to hear some of the excuses for why they don't. Like, they literally are adjusted to their thought process, and this isn't something I need to do. This is not. Like, that just drives me crazy. It does. Like, I don't always open the door for my wife, but I do a lot.
He does it. Like, he's done it so much to the point to where our son gets offended now that he's got his own boo, he don't do it so much for his mom. But he used to get offended. Like, if dad got in the car first, or whoever got to the car door first, if I touched that handle, I was in trouble. It was like, what are you doing? Getting in the car. I know you're getting in the car, but why are you touching the door handle? Like, oh, my bad. Yes. Like, it just became a thing. Like, no, you don't touch the door handle. I'm opening the car door.
There's just some things I don't want my wife to have to do. I don't restrict her from doing anything, but there's some things I'd rather she didn't do. You know what I mean? And I am one of them dudes that'll open doors for her. One of the topics was restaurants, going to restaurants. Who's paying? Man, a lot of dudes would be like, so we going Dutch on this? We going 50-50? Like, you've been dating her for about a year. Y'all going, now with me and Tosh, we do. Like, we'll sit in the car. What you want to eat? I don't know what you want to eat. Well, I don't know. I'll eat anything. What you want to eat? We'll go back and forth with that. And then once we figure that out and we get to our destination and we've eaten a good meal, a lot of times she might pull money out. If I have it, I try to pay for it first. Just because. There's nothing wrong with going Dutch at all. Nothing wrong with it. But you got a lot of dudes that are like, that's the only way to do it. Like, that's all we're going to do. We just went out. We went and did some shopping. Every time she pulled out her card, I pulled mine out. And I'm thinking at the end of the day, dag, I just spent a lot of money. But I want her to know that I'm here for her. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be monetary, but again, I'm letting her know, like, chivalry's not dead in this relationship. I'm not perfect, and I'm not trying to say I am, but chivalry's not dead in this relationship. It's a situation where you got to like show where you're, how do I want to say? You want to show your woman. I think for me as a man, I want to let my woman know that I'm there to take care of her. I do. I want her to know that, especially with me being married to her, I'm the head of the house. Like, I want to make sure you know this. Like,
I can rely on him. He's got my back.
Yeah.
I know that, it went back to that, feeling protected type thing. So, somebody commented that chivalry, however you say it.
Chivalry.
He put an R in there. Shiver, whatever. Is on life support because of feminism. I do not agree with that statement. I do not agree with that statement. I do not think that it's on life support because of feminism.
I like how that was said.
Woo! I think it's on life support lately because of there's a whole lot of men podcasts, men out there telling other men that they're not supposed to do that stuff. Your woman's supposed to be submissive. Your woman's supposed to do what you tell her to do. You the head of the household. All of this different type of stuff. Like, I just saw one that was like, don't give no woman your money. Why you giving her your money? Why you paying the bills? That's why chivalry is dead. Like, there's too many men out there building these platforms and having thousands of other men now join in and hop on the bandwagon. I guess it's the male version of feminism. I don't know what that would be equated to, but saying you don't got to do for a woman. You don't got to do all of that stuff. But she's still she's supposed to do everything for you. She's supposed to cook. She's supposed to clean. She's supposed to sex you like she's a streetwalker. She's supposed to bear the children and raise the children, take care of you, cook dinner be on the table when you get home from work. Even if she worked, she still better figure out to have that dinner hot when she get home and take care of all of that while you kick your feet up and smoke a cigar. Like,
yeah,
I'm the one that said that.
I know. I wasn't trying to call you out. I wasn't going to call you out.
Nope. I can't. I'm gonna stand on what I said. I'm gonna stand on what I said because
to a degree, and welcome to the show, Fred. But like it's to a degree, there is an aspect to where that's true.
Yes, and I'm not
where that is true.
I don't think it's on
which
life
is why
support
I laughed
because of feminism.
I think there's a few things that you can throw into that bowl of soup that make it life support worthy, but not just that. Like that. No. But that isn't a component.
It is. It is a component. It is a component.
Yes. Because at the end of the day, there are issues with that.
Yeah.
Women want to be equal, which is their argument. Women want to play the equal card. I want to be equal.
I think they want to be equal, but they still want to have all of the components.
So they want to have
feminism.
A cake and eat it too.
Yes, they still want to be treated like a princess.
And men don't feel
but
like
they want to
letting you have your cake and eat it too, because at the end of the day, we just getting the cake. We ain't able to eat it. Y'all want your cake and eat it too. Like, this is that to his point, that is correct.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's a lot of different components to that, because at the end of the day, these. Especially, and forgive me if I offend, but a lot of young people are like that.
Yes.
Like, that's a thing with them. Like, it's like they weren't trained. And again, they may not have been, because you got a lot of kids that have grown up now that are in this new generation that didn't probably have that father figure, or they weren't taught what chivalry is. Or example hasn't shown them that this is what you do. This is how you treat people.
No.
But yeah, I mean, to your point, Fred. Yeah, I mean, feminism is it.
It's a component.
It's a kick in the
Yeah,
groin.
it's a component. I'll give
It
it
is.
like 50%. I'll give it like 50%
Ooh,
of
that's big.
50%
That's
of the
huge.
issue. I'll give
50%
it.
is huge.
I'll give it
You
like
sure
50%.
you want to give it 50? That's
I will.
huge.
I'll give it like 50%. I'll say the other 50% is toss up between like our generation. We learned from our grandparents and who were doing that type of stuff.
Mhm.
And we're the last ones probably to do that. What you see on TV and stuff today doesn't show that. And then the other component is, like I said, these male superstar podcasters out there telling other men you ain't got to do none of that stuff.
Well, you got these same podcasters out there saying that this is what, like, they're speaking for all of mankind. So it's like men don't want that. Like we had a woman, there was a guy,
but they can't. But they can't speak. But they can't speak for every man because every man is different.
exactly.
They can't speak for the majority. They can only speak from their own perspective. And the moment that they say most men or all men don't want that, they're wrong.
Yeah, and this dude literally, like, I had Tosh watch it. This dude literally sat there and said that he didn't care what the F that women were going through. He was a provider and he felt like they should be more womanly, more feminine.
He wanted the more feminine.
And he's like, when are we going to talk about being women wanting to be feminine? Now they just want to be strong like men. When are we going to talk about that? Like, okay, but I mean, calm down, dude, because the way you're coming,
he don't care if she was a single mom. He don't care if she had to raise her kids by herself. He don't care if she
none of that.
I don't care if she get with me. She better be all woman and she better be light and dainty.
Yeah,
and that's it.
And if I say something, it is what it is. That same conversation came down to the alpha title.
Male. Yeah.
You know what? That particular concept right there, alpha, beta, male, female. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who. I mean, I know y'all agree with me when I say this, but everybody else that's listening and watching, I don't care who disagrees with me. The alpha and beta male concept needs to be thrown out the window.
It does. It's a title.
Why are y'all comparing yourselves? Y'all are literally attaching a mentality that's based on the behavior of pack animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are no pack animals. Wolves, hyenas. They operate in packs. There's always an alpha. There's always a beta. Even lions and prides operate that way. These animals act this way. We're humans. We don't roll in packs.
Yeah, and it became a situation where
that's a social structure.
Yeah, it is,
and that's how it works for them. Like, so he's like, I'm the alpha in my house. That's a 2-person household. Like, that's you and your wife. That's your pack.
Yeah, and the question became, can a woman be an alpha? And then it was said when the women said yes, he was like, it is not going to work because you can't have 2 alphas, but you can have 2 alphas. And Jay-Z and Beyonce were brought up, where Beyonce's an alpha. But then it became the women were saying, but you have to be an alpha.
She knows where to be in her leadership
when
role.
To be an alpha and when not
home,
to be an
alpha. She's going to be the wife.
Right.
When she's in business, she's the head of her company. She's the leader.
She's the alpha. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I agree with you, Fred. That concept does need to get thrown out because
how about we just throw that away?
Yeah, we need to.
And then this check this out, y'all. There's a question here. But what about these female influencers that stand on being an independent woman, but the first man that drop in their account, they get married and start a family?
But what's wrong with this is the thing. What's wrong with being an independent woman doesn't mean I don't need no man. It means I can take care of myself.
But guess what, Kai? That is a, I won't say a false pretense, but when the minute someone says independent, especially a woman, a black woman, and I'm not saying it's a terrible black woman. Now, the minute a woman says independent, that could possibly raise a flag.
But it shouldn't. It what it should say, because we as women get mixed messages. Like in the podcast that Tony was talking about, that was brought up. And then the woman said, well, Neo wrote a song saying y'all like independent women. Y'all want a woman that can take care of herself. She got her own bills. She buy her own car. She pay her. Y'all want that. But then you got the other men saying, no, I want to be needed. I left you my wife, because you the CEO and you taking care. And I got her the waitress because she needs me. So we're like, well, do you want the independent woman or do you want the woman who needs you? Like, we're getting told two different stories. And then if you're a woman and you continually get let down by men, you learn not to rely on a man. I have to be independent. I have to be able to take care of myself, because if I rely on my man like I should be able to, he gonna let me down. So then what do we do?
So I'll ask this, Kai. This is I'm gonna challenge you with this. What was your attitude or mentality prior to being married?
I always wanted to be married. Always wanted to be married, but that's because I came from, just feeling like I wasn't loved, wasn't whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I always wanted that person to take care of me. That's what I was into the category of I need you. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure you stay because I need you.
However,
but that was my mentality before. Right, that was my mentality. I was not I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. I can handle my own. That wasn't my mentality, because that wasn't where I want. Even though I was living that life with a man or without, I was still handling my own business, taking care of my own stuff, getting let down time after time after time. I just never adopted that mentality that said, screw men, I'm going to take care of myself.
Now, see, as a man, and this is one of them topics where I'm like, okay, so it'll get me kicked out of the men's club for saying this. But I taught my daughter, my objective was to teach her to be independent. You can have a man, but be independent, because I was like, okay, you get what you have to get, which is basically you get your car, you get your own spot, you get your job, you have your own bank account. That way, if you get with a guy and something goes south, you can still take care of you. Right. And in my head, that was me telling her this is how to move independently.
Right.
Opposite of what could happen later. Because later on, you get with a knucklehead. Next thing you know, he's kicking you out. You got nowhere to be. He's not letting you use the car because he's mad, or he's always gone now, hooking up with some other chick. So you're stuck wherever you are. So have your own car, have your own bank account, because you don't want to have to continually ask him for money, especially when he's mad and don't want to give you jack, or else he's complaining every time you ask. Right. So have your own. Like I tried to train her like this in the mindset. This is what you do. Set yourself up, because at the end of the day, I'm a guy. And not to be funny, but I know how we move. Not that women don't move that way, but right. As a man, right. I know how we move. And I'm like, you can't, and not all men are like that. So y'all that are listening, that's not what I'm saying. But there are plenty of men out there that are. And my thing is, I didn't want my daughter, who's a rockhead sometimes, to set herself up to fail, because I don't want to have to go out and buy a gun. I don't want to have to go out, or have somebody have to go to the bank and get bail money, so I'm teaching her. I was teaching her to be independent on a different level. And I think right. It means independent. The phrase independent woman has a different meaning for different people. Right. I think for me, it means I can take care of myself, but that doesn't mean I don't want somebody in the cut, or I don't want to be married. It just means I can take care of myself, or I've been taking care of myself, and I have the ability to take care of myself. With some women, that's what it means.
Right.
With some women.
Think about this, though. Think about this, y'all. If that's the case, if folks are hollering independent this, independent that wouldn't necessarily be true, because we're codependent on. So the perfect example, Tony. If a woman, and this is, and I'm saying this, or this is across the board, a person can say that they're independent, However, they're working somebody's job. So basically, you're not independent because you're codependent on working that job to get you that paycheck.
Well, that's a different aspect to life, though. That's like, I mean, you're talking jobs compared to talking relationships, and I think like with relationships,
But you're still codependent on somebody.
Yeah, but when people say independent, they're meaning I don't have to rely on. Well, they're speaking relationship.
I don't want
my partner. I don't want to have to rely on my partner, or I can't. Experience has taught me I cannot rely on a partner to carry their portion of the relationship. So I have to make sure that I can do it by myself so that I don't fall.
Like I was like watching the podcast that I showed Tosh that we've been talking about. After watching that, like I'm at work as a man. I'm at work. I'm working my behind off while this podcast is playing, and I'm literally yelling at my phone while I'm working. And my coworkers are literally looking at me like, "What is he yelling at?" Like I was mad because I'm like, "Really?" Like it literally shook me that the mindset.
Who was the podcast that you were watching?
That's
Was it Fresh and Fit or was it somebody else?
It was somebody else. It was what's it called? There's 3 guys, and they bring guests on. 3 young guys, and they bring, what is it called? I keep forgetting. It's on my phone. That's in the other room. But it really for me to, I'm like looking at them as, okay, y'all are young dudes, and this is how y'all think, and you represent this new generation that's under us. So this lets me see what everything's coming to. This is showing me what we're about to hit with that generation, because this is their mindset. And they're speaking for everybody when they talk, even though, like you said, Fred, they can't because that's wrong, but they do it anyway because there is no logic in what they're doing. Like he literally said, men don't want that. Men don't want no strong woman. Men don't want no alpha woman. Men don't want no independent woman. We want a feminine woman, which okay, men do, but some of us do like women that think for themselves. We do like women that can carry themselves. Say
you can't be strong-willed, strong-minded, a leader, and also be feminine.
Right? And like they separated. They created a divide between the two, and it was crazy. Like they blatantly created a divide, and I'm like, why? Why are you thinking like that? Who hurt y'all?
They was which is when the girl asked them that. Who hurt you?
But they kept asking the girls too, like, who hurt you that you're that mad? They was mad because the stuff that they were saying was off. Like it was crazy. I'm like, I wish I was watching it live because I could have dialed in and I would have yelled at them. Like, I would have teamed up with the women because it was crazy. I'm like, this is what the new generation is thinking. This is what they're doing. It's not cool.
But this is like why I was saying where I gave part of the issue to chivalry to the podcast, because podcasts like this, not just young guys, there are some older guys who are preaching that same thing, and then the younger guys pick it up.
Yeah.
And now they're putting it out into the atmosphere with their own podcasts and their own whatevers. But it's like, so now you get, just like with the negativity, one person says it, somebody else is like, oh, I'm not supposed to pay for the date. Oh, I'm not supposed to open the car doors.
It was funny too because I came home riled up with it. But I'm like, I know where my podcast is gonna go. So I came home. We're laying down watching TV, and I'm like, Tosh, I need you to watch this. And I'm telling her ahead of time what it was about. And she was like, "Oh, they just do that for the ratings. It's just for the ratings. I don't pay it no."
Nah, some of these cats actually believe that ridiculousness.
Yeah, she started watching it. Next thing you know, she yelling at the phone. I'm like, yeah, it's just that serious. It really is, because not even if it is a podcast, and even if you're doing it for likes, you're spreading that disease. I'm gonna call it what it is. That's a disease to me. Like you're literally telling people this is how it's supposed to be, and you're lumping all the men in the same.
Because when the girl said something, they wanted statistics.
Yeah,
like, do you think more than 50% of the guys? Where's your statistics to back up what you're saying? But the guys were just saying all men or most men. Like they weren't
No statistics.
putting no
like
statistics, but they expected the women
like
to have statistics for stuff.
I asked you.
But you can't. But see, you can't. But see, again, you can't say.
You can't even put a number behind it. Like
You
you can
can't
say,
say.
well,
You can't say all or even some.
know, that's about all you can say because there's billions of men in the world. You don't know them all.
Yeah.
Nope.
Then they talking about they even oh my goodness, this generation is scaring the mess out of me. I'm like, because he said he was talking about cheating.
Oh gosh.
He was talking about cheating, and his thing was because she was saying that they get with somebody and they know they got something good at home, but then they'll turn around and go next door and get something else because what they got at home, they're missing a component. So it could be sex, it could be, well, that one over there is a good cook. You got everything, but she's a good cook over there, so I'm gonna go over there. Basically, they were talking sex though, so it's like, what I'm not getting at home, maybe you're not a freak, and maybe I need a freak, so I'm gonna go over there and get that. But then I'm gonna come back home. It ain't like I'm leaving. Like it was matter of factish. Like this is how it's supposed to be.
That's
like,
not how it's supposed to be. What?
Like, dude, are you serious? And he's like, they don't mind. It ain't no big deal. It's like everybody cheats. Like, really? You're making it a norm?
That you can't say everybody cheats. That's a false statement.
Yes,
that's a false statement. And my thing is this: if you're not getting a specific thing where you currently are, it's incumbent upon you to talk to your partner and let your partner know what that is. So both of you guys can work toward that. Can work towards
what the woman said was why not leave? If you're gonna do all that, why not just leave? And dudes were like, why? Like they literally was like, why leave? Like she don't got a problem with it. Like who don't have a problem with that? Are you serious? Unless you have talked about this and y'all want to do that, that's different. But if she's in it to win it and she's in there with you, ride or die, and you decide you want to get with Susie around the corner, I'm quite sure she ain't happy with that. I'm quite sure she ain't happy with that. But again, they lumped people and they really went hard on their beliefs to where like they're cussing and swearing in the whole night. They were adamant about their feelings on this. And I'm like, they're wrong. My shift yelling at the TV and I work 12 hours.
They're wrong in that. Totally, we both know that all three of us know that they're wrong in that mentality. Because if you're gonna go over thinking that the grass is greener on the other side and you ain't took care of your Lord, took care of the Lord, your damn Lord, you're a fool.
They needed to be around. They needed to have that show with grown men that know what they're doing and know what they're talking about, and then they can, you know what I mean. Then they can have a real dialogue and maybe learn something because they're not learning anything.
But you know what they'll do? But then if cats like me and you came onto that show, and I know other dudes that would share the same mentality as us, and cats like us came on that show and to talk to them, they argue us down.
They say, "Oh, you old school, you old head. We don't do that stuff no more." That's
they're making attempt to argue us down.
Yeah, they'd have to kick me off the show because that's the one time in life where I would literally be calling them out their name. Like you just stupid and ignorant. That's what that is. You're ignorant right now. Like you talking like you got no brain because that's not what we do.
But just like they say when they talk about when guys talk about women, talk about their she for the streets, a dude can be for the streets too.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Let's not get that part twisted. So that's but if you out here running around sowing your royal oats, do whatever, doing what you want to do and having attitudes and dispositions like that, bro. No, you for the streets just like a woman is. Just like a woman can be for the streets. Because if you out here, again, like I said, if you go over to someone else's yard thinking that the grass is greener and you ain't attended to your yard, you're a fool.
Yeah.
Well, half of them think that it's okay, especially if, let's say, they take a care home. They definitely then think it's okay. Like, well, home is good, but my grass is all good, but this one little spot, and she got something that'll take care of that one little spot. So I'm just gonna hop the fence and just get that one little thing taken care of, and then I'm gonna come back home and keep, like everything is good. I mean, she don't do this.
Oh no,
so
stay over there. Stay
like,
over there.
Yeah, stay over there.
Stay
Help
over
her.
there.
She can do everything. I hope she can do everything that I can do. Like, because that's what the girl was saying. They were saying that women don't upgrade. Like, why you don't upgrade? You're gonna leave a man who's doing. That's what it was. They showed some video where the woman was like, that women don't like good men, good guys. Like, you're gonna leave a good guy because
what's the concept? What is the definition of a good guy?
Like, she was like, well, you got a guy he's nice, he treats you good, but you're gonna leave him. And they cut the girl off. She said something random. She was like, well, if his humor, I don't cope with his humor, then, and they cut her off right there. Like, see, she gonna leave a guy just because he not funny enough for her. No, just because somebody treats you nice and just because, he wants to do all, it doesn't mean that y'all are meant for each other. And the guys were saying, y'all leaving good no matter what. If he's a good dude, he's a good dude. You should just make it work. Everybody's not meant for each other. Just because he's a nice guy doesn't mean he's a nice guy for every woman.
But the wrong question was asked in that case, because it's like, what is a good man?
Yeah,
that should be personalized.
Yeah. And that's what she was saying. It depends on the person.
What do you consider to be?
Right.
Because what you consider to be a good guy may not be what I consider to be a good guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Every woman is different, and we're allowed to have. Every man is different. What I do for Tony, some other guy might be like, nah, that's not good to me. I need a woman who does X, Y, and Z. What Tony does for me, another woman might be like, nah, I can't have, he's gone 12 hours a day. Now that's too much for me. Everybody is different, and you can't say, well, you got a man who works hard, y'all got a car, y'all got a place, your bills are paid. Girl, no matter what, that's a man right there. You don't need nothing else. You don't want him to be stupid. Like, no, there's more to it.
Factors.
But that's what we're saying. If he work and he taking care of home, I don't care what he do. You leave him, you stupid.
But it doesn't work in reverse.
No.
When he's gonna go to Betty's house and get what's missing.
Right. And that's where that came up at.
That's where that came
where that came up at.
That's just not, because that's that alpha mentality.
Right. Like, that's why I said stay over there. That's why I said if you go over there, stay over there.
But see, here's the thing. They know what they got at home, but they still want to go out and play. So it's the cake and eat it too thing as well.
Right.
But it's like, that's not, you do what you got to do at home. And like you were saying, Fred, you talk about that stuff. If there's an issue, let's talk about it. If we come to the conclusion this just can't be fixed like this, then okay. That's a whole nother conversation.
Is it enough for you to leave over? Which is what girl was saying. Is it enough? Is what you trying to skip out on me on? Is that enough? That's worth you losing what you got at home? And that's why dude was like, why should I lose home over that?
Right, exactly. They don't feel like they should lose home. They don't feel like they've done anything wrong. There's no jeopardy. There's no jeopardy here. I only went over there to get what's not here. That's all. I only went over there for that. There's no big.
You gonna lose?
No big deal.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose, because what are you doing? What are you going to someone else for in that instance? Because
seriously,
the person's sex ain't all that great, or they don't know how to cook, or they're not as clean as you would want them to be. How about just have a discussion about that?
Right.
Yeah. Let's have a conversation. Right. Matter of fact, that goes back to the beginning of ours. Like, talk about what your expectations are.
And people don't want to do that.
No.
Like, when we were young, before you became boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all talked. Like, we literally called it, oh, I'm talking to so-and-so. He's not my boo. He's not my man. That's not my girl. We just talking. We just getting to know each other to see if we want to take it to the next step. Now y'all come out the club, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning like, whoa.
You just had a one night stand. That's your boo, right? Oh,
right. You seen her in the club. She look hot. He look hot. He all dressed up. That's my boo. You wake up, you done went home. Now y'all done slept together. You wake up, her wig is off. He done took all his clothes off. And you like, that's not the person I left the club with. Because y'all didn't take no time to get to know each other. Like, can we get back to getting to know each other before y'all assign titles to each
Yeah,
other.
we're just
Stop wasting
we're-
each
we're
other's
like,
time.
Talk
Talk.
first.
Get to know each other. Meet his family. Like, see his friends. Like, you can get to know somebody by the people they hang out with. They say birds of a feather flock together. If you
Yep.
hang around his boys and his boys is calling chicks out their name and be this and be that and this, that, yo, homegirl, if her girls are talking away, why would somebody that I love or want to get to know and spend my life with hang with people who talk about men like this or talk about people in general like this? Like, all they do is gossip. Why would that must mean that you do? Because if you don't gossip and talk down people, why would you want to be with people who gossip and talk down people? Like, what kind of road are you on? Where do you see your future? And does this person fit into your future plans? Like, you don't know that. You just saw them grinding up on you in the club. That's all you know about them is they can dance.
Then it's like
And
bang, bang,
the funny
bang.
thing about and the thing about it is you can't make a person fit in your plans.
No.
You cannot. That's like putting a square. That's like putting a round peg through a square hole.
Yeah, you
You
can't
can't.
do
It
it.
doesn't work that way.
It
You
doesn't
can't.
But
work.
that's
You
what we
can't
do.
force. You can't
That's
force
the new
that
thing.
issue.
Yeah. We gonna make them. He say he don't want kids. You want kids. Well, we gonna date anyway because he gonna love me enough. And when I get pregnant, he gonna be okay with it.
Nope.
He told you
Can't
he
do
don't
that.
want no kids.
You can't do that.
You want kids. That means y'all don't need to be together.
Entrapment.
You know,
I
like
mean,
and
that's not even a trap. That I'll go one better. That's not even that's not being that's inconsideration. That's not being
yeah,
considerate of someone else's wants or desires or needs.
right.
If I say so, if I say that I want kids, but then you know that I'm gonna put this like me and Monica's. If I say I want kids, but then Monica says she don't want kids, now neither one of them now she can't have kids, but I'm just using this hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
If I said I want kids and she says she can't, she does not want children, I gotta respect that.
Yeah, you do.
I
And
have
you
to
have an
respect that
option at that point.
and take all the precautions that to not get her pregnant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
Take all the
it should be.
precautions to not get her pregnant because that's something I have to that's something I have to honor and respect. She doesn't want kids at this time.
Right.
So I'm not gonna force the issue, nor am I gonna make that nor am I gonna make that a point of contention or a point of an argument. Why would I want to do that? Why would I
Right.
even want to push somebody through that particular type of thing? Especially when
That's
they
what
said
we do.
when they're adamant about it, said, no, I don't want to do this. Okay, cool. Won't do it.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. And again, it all goes back to conversation.
Yeah.
Which people don't have. People don't talk. I mean, it's crazy because now if I'm a woman in this generation right now, we definitely gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk. Like me and Tosh, we knew each other. She had worked for me for years and all that good stuff. But then we had interests when it came to the music and everything. Like I knew where her strong suits were. She learned where mine was. And we had conversations about things. Shoot, at one point it got to when we went to Virginia. Tosh and I had a conversation. She's like, I want to move.
Before we even started dating, it was
she's like, I want to
move. If you're stuck and you are solidified here in Springfield, we cannot be together because I do not want to be in Springfield forever. I plan on moving out of Springfield.
Because I asked, I just like I had no problem with it, but I'm like, so if I say that I don't want to move, then what? She's like, well, then we can't be together because I'm leaving. I have to leave, so we can't go any further. Like things were put on the table, and nothing is ever put on the table nowadays.
Like, I wanted to be married. Like I'm not gonna date you for 10 years.
Yeah, she was.
You got 2 years to put a ring on it, or we're done. Like I'm not playing housewife. I'm not doing that. You got 2 years, and if you can't see me as wife material in 2 years, then we need to stop playing.
She was like, we don't have to be married in 2 years, but put a ring on it. Like, give me some commitment because 2 years, I'm not going to play house with you. And that made sense to me. You know, like I'm not playing house either. I don't want to play house, you know? So we put all the cards on the table. Now, some people are fine with not getting married or not putting a ring on it. That's fine. We're not downing that. We're just saying what we said to say that we talked about some stuff and like Tosh put all her cards on the table.
All
like,
the cards.
Real quick, put her cards on the table. Even the jokers, she put it all on the table. And that had me put them on the table. Like, okay, so we're playing, we definitely playing hard rummy right now. Okay, cool. And we knew what the other wanted and what they didn't. Now, the things that we come into now aren't things that we can necessarily talk about.
Right.
Like, life does dish out different little experiences, and you have to roll with them. You got to figure it out as you go, because some things you can't plan for.
You can't plan it for everything. You can't plan for.
But the basics,
anything.
put the basics on the table.
Yeah.
If you know you don't want to stay in your state, your city, all your life, put that on the table. You don't want kids, like you were saying, Fred, put that on the table. The basic stuff. I don't like a sloppy man, or I don't like a sloppy woman. Like,
and explain what that means, because sloppy to you might be different than sloppy to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So put it on the table.
What do you
Let's
mean?
talk.
Like, what do you expect? We even talked about what we expected from each other as husband and wife. Like, if we get married, or as a couple, like, what do you expect from me? What do I expect from you to do? Like, we talked about all of that stuff. Like, I'm a cook. I love to cook. I don't mind cooking every day, but I would like you to cook a couple of times a week, or get dinner or something, because it can become overwhelming. You know what I mean? If we're both working, I may not have time to cook dinner. So you might want to bring something on the way home. You know what I mean? We talked about all of that type of stuff. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And people be like,
we did.
You don't got to do all of that. That stuff should just work. No, that stuff is not just going to work itself out.
You'd be surprised. That's the stuff that causes divorce. Yeah. That's the stuff that causes breakups, period. Because people don't want to talk about what it is. Bump all the talking. And we got stuff to do. And you letting your body speak for you. So, like, most of the talking you do is with your body in the bedroom or wherever else you
don't want to let him go because he's, doing you right. But that's not a relationship. Good sex is not a relationship.
That's not all that is correct that it's supposed to be about. Like, there's other aspects to this thing. Shoot, money has killed one of my relationships. Money just totally destroyed that one. Totally. Like, we didn't talk bills. Didn't talk what we was going to do, how we was going to work it, none of that stuff. It got ugly. Like, money is a big thing. That should be talked about.
Yeah.
When it comes to future planning, that's something you talk about.
Money, kids. We before we got married, we did couples counseling. We did that premarital, which people don't want to do because, especially in our culture, going through talking to a therapist is so faux pas. But we did all of that. And what what our counselor told us was going to be our issues has been our issues. We had no surprises going into it. He didn't say, I didn't think y'all should get married. But he said, from talking to y'all and understanding y'all, I can tell you what y'all problems are going to be. And our biggest issues have been exactly what he said our biggest issues are going to be. So we knew going in what our issues were going to be.
And it was up to us to say, okay, well, do we want to move forward?
Right.
With this? And I think even then, with them saying what the issue would be, it's like, okay, well.
I think we was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We was like, yeah, whatever.
Not. Okay, let's get to the ceremony.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even with that, but at least it was conversed about. It was talked about. And we knew. So like Tasha said, there was no surprises.
We can go back. And even now, like when learning different things, learning different techniques as we enter this stage as now grandparents, learning different techniques we just got some good advice. Put stuff on the table. This is where your wife wants to be. This is where you want to be. How can we come to a compromise where both people get what they want? Put your cards on the table. Like, that should never be something that you don't do. Is not put your cards on the table.
That's right. Never, ever be afraid to say what you want.
No.
Never, ever.
And I'm learning that. I'm still learning that. And that's nothing to do with Tony. That has all to do with my past and my growing up and my past relationships, me being able to verbalize my wants and putting what I want, not necessarily above him, but being okay with saying yes, or being okay with saying no, or being okay with saying, can we do, or I don't want to do. For a lot of people, those things are difficult. And him understanding that a lot of times I just go with the flow to keep the peace in the house. he's like, well, how you know it's not going to be peaceful? Like you say, keep the peace in the house makes it sound like if you don't want to do what I want to do, or if you don't want to go with the flow, there's going to be an issue. And that's just on me because that's what experience before him has taught me. So learning how to now, I always say, like, there's a song in the song for our anniversary. I told him he gave, like, what's that song that Beyonce did in the movie, like, where you think you gave me your voice, gave me my voice. He did, though. I could literally say before him, I was very, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. That's how I was raised. That's how I was taught. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want. Yep. Yes, 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 yes. No was not allowed in my vocabulary. But I've learned through him, I have a right to say no. I have a right to say I don't like that. And I have a right to say, wait, I like this. Not just being able to say no, but also being able to verbalize what you do like, what you do want, where you do want to go. My wants and needs are just as important in this marriage as his. My happiness is just as important as his. And I have a right to be like, you know, I want to go here. I want to go, because he'll ask me and I'll be like, well, whatever you want to do. It's my go-to. Whatever you want to do.
It's still a learning process. You know what I mean? Like, that's still a learning process.
It goes back to my thought, y'all. Keeping peace doesn't require capitulation. It requires compromise.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And it's fun. It's funny because some people don't want to. No, some people don't want to commute. You know, they don't want to compromise. There was a point. You know that saying that says, "We'll just agree to disagree." Well, I threw that at Tosh at one point when we first started. I was like, "So how about we just agree to disagree?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "What?" Like, I wasn't expecting that answer. She was like, "No." You know, and I was like, okay, we're in trouble here then. You know, that was years ago, though. That was years ago.
We got to come to a resolution. The resolution isn't nobody's happy. Like, there's like, no,
but there are times where you do.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the same opinion.
Understanding now.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, let's just, in other words, let's just understand that we're not going to agree on this. Yeah. And there's plenty that her and I don't agree on.
Right.
But how do you, it's how you deal with it when it comes up.
Right.
Which leads back to conversation.
Right. How are we gonna work this?
Yeah, how are we gonna work it? Because if we don't work it right, it's a wrap. And without communication, I've said it like several times before, but without communication, a relationship is dead. You cannot have a relationship without communication. It doesn't work. You're looking for an end before you even begin.
Yeah.
Without conversation, without communication, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, I don't understand how people aren't talking, you know, like, but then that's me. So other people are different. I can't expect everybody to be like me. But that's where when
people say, oh, we're happy. We're completely happy. We have no issues. There's nothing, like, we've never argued. I'm like, somebody's lying.
Liar.
Somebody is lying and somebody is holding your tongue, because you offend people. We offend people. We do stuff that hurt people. Not on purpose, but we do things like, so if you've been married for 20 years, you've been with your person for 20 years, and you telling me that you have never done anything, either one of you, to upset the other, you're lying.
Yeah, something's off.
You're lying.
And it's funny because I had somebody tell me years ago, they were like, if you're in a relationship, and I think we just mentioned it, but they were like, if you're in a relationship and there's no static, then there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Because sometimes you learn from the static that's inside of and I'm using static as a euphemism.
Yeah.
But if there's static in your relationship, then you have something you're working on.
Right.
You're working towards being greater than your static. You know what I mean? But if there's nothing there, then everything's happy-go-lucky.
Easy street all the time.
Yeah. Like how? That's not even realistic. That's not fathomable.
I don't know any relationship that's just peachy keen all the time. You go to work, there's issues. You're in school, there's issues.
Now, if you want to say you don't fight, then okay, that's different. Like, I don't call my wife out her name. Never that. Never gonna do that. I don't. There's certain things I don't do when I deal with her, but I'm not gonna say that we don't have our disagreements.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that we always agree. We may come to a resolution, but we don't always agree.
Right.
Because she doesn't like things unfinished. A lot of times she just wants me to agree with her. That's all. She just wants me to agree.
Just see it my way.
She likes to say,
be happy
she
wife,
likes
happy
to
life.
No, that's a wrap.
He says happy spouse, happy house. So that means either one of us
house,
can be happy.
spouse, right?
Yeah.
That way it goes both ways. She knows what she be doing sometimes. But it's a situation where you've got to be able to work through whatever you're going through.
Right.
You have to be able to work. And that's another thing is people don't want to not only not communicate, but they feel like when they're in a relationship, everything should just go smooth.
As soon as there's a little bit of static, they're ready to bounce.
Yeah, because they don't want to work on a relationship.
Yeah.
They don't want to work on a relationship. And that's what sucks. Like anything worthwhile takes work. I learned that a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Anything worthwhile. Anything. You got to work at it because it doesn't come. Relationships, they write books, but your personal relationship does not come with a handbook.
No.
It doesn't
when
come
you're
with
blending two people from two different I don't care if y'all lived in the same neighborhood. It's still two different backgrounds, two different upbringings, two different ways of thinking, and you were trying to blend that together. I don't care how well you get along, but you are still blending two different thought processes and trying to make them work, trying to stay on the same page, trying to, navigate houses and my mood swings and your mood swings and your bad day at work. The dog's been pissing and crapping all over the house and dinner didn't unthaw in time and I burnt the rice. Like you're still trying to put all of that stuff together and make it fit. And at the end of the day, still love each other when you get in bed and, be pissed off at each other. But still, like, I'll be mad at him, but I'm still going to cook dinner. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm mad at him. That nigga can eat some burnt toast. I don't care.
And it's crazy because I've never experienced that. Like, Tasha and I can have an argument. We can have an argument. We can have a full-blown argument. And then an hour and a half later, she's walking in the room that I've segregated myself to, and she's giving me a plate of food. She don't say anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, baby, here's dinner.
She ain't gonna have a conversation, but she'll open the door and she'll hand me. And I've never said, "Woman, you better feed me every day." That's not. If she feed me, she feed me. If she don't, she don't. She plays her role well. She does what she needs to do, and I do what I do. And I just happen to have a wife that she cooks her behind off, and when she does, if she knows I'm not gonna fix my plate, she'll fix it for me.
It's not even about if he's not going to. If I cook, my mom lives with us, I'm making the plates. Like,
yeah, she'll make the plate.
9 times out of 10, if I cook, I make the plate. Now, there are some times that I be in my feelings or I'm just tired.
But even then, she'll be like, even after that argument, she'll be like,
I'm still gonna let them know dinner's done. Dinner's done. I took the plates out.
On the stove.
Yeah, like I'm not. That's just me. But I can't see being mad and being like, I ain't cooking. I'm gonna go make me a sandwich or something, and I'm not gonna cook for him. Like, what?
Except on them days where she just don't feel like cooking, which is rare because she's a culinary artist, so she loves to cook. She's in heaven.
I'm never not gonna feed him out of anger. Like, I'm not, because I still love him. I might be pissed off at him, but I still love him. Like, how do y'all be mad at each other?
She love me
and
sometime.
Now because you mad, you don't care about this.
She love me sometimes. Yeah,
I thought in and out of love.
Did you just say sometimes, brother?
Because I was teasing her because that's what she says. That's what she used to say. I would ask her, I'd be like, "You love me?" And she'd be like, "I don't know. I think I do." She would mess with me. There were times when she would be like, "Yeah, sometimes I love you." I'm like, "What do you mean you love me sometimes?" And you know what?
Where I got that from, years and years. I wasn't married. I don't even think I was in a relationship at this point. But I had went to this one church and they had like a marriage workshop or whatever. And they said, this couple, they were in their 60s or whatever. They said that they fall in and out of love with each other. I always loved him, but I fall in and out. It's like love is an emotion, is the way that they said it. Love is an emotion, and I can like you, I can hate you, I can be mad at you, I can be angry at you. These emotions go in and out from time to time, whatever. So that's where I got that from.
And
Was
she
from
blew
this couple.
my mind when she said it to me. Like, what? This is unconditional. What are you talking about?
Listen, there is no such thing. I don't care what nobody. There is no human who has unconditional love. I love
That's
this
a whole
man
nother
because
show,
if he
too.
puts his hands on me, that love is out the door. Unconditional says no matter what you do, I'm still gonna love you. No,
Love has conditions.
love has conditions. Stop that.
It's funny because
Stop.
I've been taught that love is unconditional.
Yeah.
If you love somebody,
That means they
especially
can do
when-
anything to you when you still love them. No condition.
Well, see, that's going back to my Christian years, where it's like, okay,
Yeah, and that's what them where they can put their hands on
loves
you
us
and you're like,
unconditionally.
yes, Jesus loves you
God
unconditionally.
loves us unconditionally.
Yes, we do
not.
not.
And we're supposed to be Christ-like, so
Yeah,
we should
okay.
love.
I love you.
Expectations versus reality, Tony. Expectations versus reality, Tony.
Yes. Listen.
You're expecting someone to love you unconditionally, but
Okay.
that's not going. That's
See,
not
my
the
brotherly
case.
love might be unconditional.
Babe, if I go upside your head with the frying pan, you gotta love me
Yeah,
unconditionally.
my brotherly love for you will be the same, but my husbandly, wifely love, there's different levels to love.
Oh
so my
goodness.
husbandly, wifely love is out the door.
Yeah, like I said, the first time I heard that from her, it blew my mind. I'm like,
it
what?
blew my mind when I heard this couple, and they were like, they've been married for like
in a way,
forever.
I ain't even gonna lie. In a way, it kind of hurt because I was like, well, Dad, what we doing this for? Like, what are we doing this for? If you don't love me all the time, like you married me because you love me.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't gonna marry me if you didn't love me. So then to say, well, I love you sometimes, I'm like, what?
When you piss me off, now I'm mad at you.
Reevaluation.
Exactly. And there's going to be instances to where you both will get on each other's last exposed nerve.
Right.
Yeah, it happens. It's gonna happen. It's how you deal with it when it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's the
to
key.
a relationship. Like you're gonna have your hard times. That's where that better or worse comes in.
You've seen the videos, like there's this new video that I've been watching. This couple, they do their little TikToks or whatever, and it's like you said, when they mad and like she's still fixing a plate and slides it across the table, or he's in the bathroom and he ran out of toilet paper and she just throws the toilet paper in the bathroom. You're like, yeah, I still love you, but nigga, I don't like you right now. Take this toilet paper and get out my face.
Yeah, look. I mean, those are times where okay, I love you, but at this particular moment, I don't want to mess with you right now.
Right. But I'm still your wife. I'm still your boo. I still got your back, but I don't like you. I'm not gonna do it with a smile on my face, but I still got you. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah.
That's good. It goes back to what you guys were talking about with those young guys in their podcast.
Right.
Those dudes, those guys are expecting a woman to be feminine, to be all this and do that, and they're expecting her to do that with a smile on her face, all while he's out here doing what he doing his dirt.
Right.
No, sir.
And here's the
doesn't
other
work
thing.
that way.
After he does his dirt and they have their conversation on it, if they do break up, if she decides I'm done, and 2 weeks later he spots her with another dude, now he's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, dude, you did her dirty. So why are you upset?
Baby,
you ain't even with
that's
her.
your
Most
choice.
These dudes are like, bump you, I don't need you, and then they pack up and leave. And then if he sees her talking to another dude,
oh, she hoe.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like
that's your choice.
Yeah, that's
the consequences of your choice.
Right. It was okay for you, but it's not okay for her.
No, it's never okay for us.
I should be allowed to cheat.
Yeah,
I should be.
We should forgive you, but a man is not going to forget a woman for cheating. She's all type of this, that, Susie, Lucy, this and that. But if he cheats, we're supposed to forgive him because she didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, she cheats. Somebody's getting the coroner called. But
whoa, hold on, wait. That particular excuse he ain't mean nothing.
She ain't
Apparently
mean
they
that.
did. If you're out here, you out here fucking around.
Right.
I hate when they say that.
She ain't mean. It
didn't
was
mean
just
anything.
sex. What?
It didn't. There's a song.
It was more than baby. It
There's
was
a
more than
song
just
it's
that.
inside the song.
Oh yeah.
Who is it?
It was more than that.
It might have been. Was it Neil? Somebody did a song that had that in there where like she was. It didn't. They were basically saying, "I'm sorry."
Oh,
for what
I think it was
did.
a rap. It was like she ain't mean. I was coming right back.
No,
no. There's another one where he was like, she ain't mean that, and I was coming.
Them,
I was getting like, right back.
Well, it wasn't a thing. It didn't mean anything with her. With her, it was just sex.
Right.
But with you, like that don't make it any better.
Like, I love you. It was just sex. Like what? Huh? If you love me, you wouldn't
that
be
makes
with
it worse
because
that means you had no dedication to me at all. Like that also means this could happen again.
Right.
With no problem because it really didn't mean anything.
But I'm supposed to be okay.
Yeah.
You have an excuse. It's supposed to be okay for you to step out on me. But if I step on you, it's 100%.
It's the problem.
It's a big problem.
It's a whole problem if the woman steps out on the man. But if the man steps out, that's where that mindset goes back to. I mean, it's been like this since the dawn of age that men, this is just the way men are. Men were, they were allowed to have multiple wives. So it's embedded in them to have multiple women. This whole social construct of one man, one woman, like God gave men multiple wives. He's the one who set it up. He may have been Adam and Eve, but he was okay with them having this woman and that woman and this wife, as long as they took care of them. That was what God did. And then society said, no, we're going to give you now you can only have one wife. So you took away it's just in their mind. It's in almost like it's in y'all's DNA to want multiple women. And so y'all, we are just supposed to be okay with that.
It's
not
not
a woman that wants
kind of
multiple
different
men.
Because now, see, back then, like you were saying, as long as you're gonna take care of them, you got to be responsible for them. They're not looking. There ain't dudes out here right now doing that. They're looking for that responsibility.
They're not looking at responsibility.
They're not like, let me go and find 2 and 3 girls that I can screw around with and be responsible for them. They don't want that responsibility.
Because let that second
woman, because let that second woman have a kid, and it's like, why you go get pregnant? Like she did it on her own.
Yeah.
And then want to be, I don't want no babies. But you screwed around and didn't use the protection. So now
then that's still her fault.
Yeah.
It still becomes her fault. Like you should have made him.
Yeah.
Why you let him off in you? Like,
come on.
Really? It takes two.
Let him shoot the club up.
It takes two. Like he had.
That's what I'm saying, though, guy. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the way I look at that, if that's the bed of nails you want to make, then guess what? Guess who go out to lie in that? Yeah. Not the other person, but you.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
You go out to pay for that.
Yeah.
And that's her. The simple fact that and again, and I've heard dudes say this on multiple occasions that if I'm doing this, if I'm taking care of this, that, and the third, then I should be allowed to do this. I should be allowed to step out on my what? Huh?
Yeah. What is that?
Bro? Hold on. Wait. Stop.
Like,
so if you take care of the house and all this other stuff, then you're telling me that if you're out here taking care of your woman, the house, and all this other stuff, you should be allowed to go step out on your woman, and she's supposed to be honky dory with that. She's supposed to put a smile on her face she's supposed to smile in the face of infidelity. What the hell are we teaching our boys?
And that's what they're.
Or better yet, what the hell are we teaching our boys and girls?
Yes.
Yeah, we're teaching our daughters to be
and the funny thing is, a father is never going to teach his daughter to be the side chick. He's never going to teach his daughter it's okay to let your man cheat on you. He is never going to teach his daughter that. But yet he will treat her mother like that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like no man has ever told his daughter, you know what, when you grow up, your man's going to cheat on you and it's perfectly okay. As long as he's taking care of home, you hold that man down. But he will do that to her mother.
But you know what, though?
When you come home from school, I need you not to make no plans because we're going to have a conversation. We can have a conversation about how it is you're supposed to be a hoe. We need to have this
Wow.
conversation.
Right.
So when you come in, make sure you come straight home so we can have this conversation because you need to know how to be a hoe in these streets.
Yeah.
But you know what though, Tony?
Gotta get your
Even
twerk
to that instance, it also goes back to spirituality and spiritual browbeating too. It
Yeah.
goes back to that too because some and I will say some, not all churches, not all churches, not all religions either, but I'll say Christianity for the majority of this.
Mm.
And this is not a knock on anybody that's a believer, so please don't come for me, please. But what I will say is that a lot of Christian churches will encourage women to stay with a man that's number one, that's a serial adulterer or a serial abuser, and
Oh, yeah.
they'll say, well, you're not praying hard enough for him,
Yep.
you're not covering him like you're supposed to cover him.
Yep.
Well, what else am I supposed to do if he's out here still out here philandering and cheating, and he's still putting his hands on me? How much more prayer and covering should I do? Can I
It
give this
always
person?
comes back to it being the woman's fault, and and unfortunately that's also the biggest part of where women are taught your body's not your own. How dare you tell your husband no? What is, like, we were in one church and they were like, what is being in the mood? There's no such thing as being in the mood. If he wants it, you just give it. Like, that's your job as a wife to make sure. So it's almost like, so I can't say no. I can't be sick. I can't be like, I'm just, whether I'm in the mood, whether I feel.
Well, I had a church do the same thing as a Pentecostal church. They said,
Oh God.
He said that basically you can't, like, your body's not your own, which, scriptural. But then they're like, he was like, if you're in the mood, if he's in the mood, then your body's not your own.
You just give
but
it.
at the same
So what
time,
you supposed to do? Go autopilot and not feel anything? What the hell?
yeah. Well, what it comes down to is they're like, you can say no, and if y'all have the right connection and he cares about you like he's supposed to, then he has the right to listen to what it is that you're saying and
No means no.
agree with you. But the Bible says not to sustain from one another, but for a time. So in other words, it's saying, okay, well, don't let a year go by and you ain't had because what you're doing is you're tempting your spouse to get it elsewhere, which literally is the excuse, and is what actually happens is, okay, if I'm not getting it at home, then I'm gonna get it from somewhere else.
But that does not become my problem, though.
No, and it's not.
But that's how it's being taught, which is what I'm saying. That's if he's cheating, it must be because she's not doing something.
Yeah.
Where a woman has to be everything to a man. Like, she's got to fulfill his every single possible fantasy, because as soon as she says no, then now you've given him permission to go find it elsewhere because you told him no.
Well, here's another thing that happens, though, that
but it never works in reverse.
It doesn't. But I mean,
it should though. It should though.
It should.
It would, really, because as soon as the woman steps out, she's a hoe, she's a slut, she's a freak, she's a this, she's a that, she's a whatever.
And then she's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I ain't even gonna bypass that. These dudes they're so mad about it that's how they play that card.
Right.
And it's
but that's the wrong card to play.
It is. Matter of fact,
you have
game. That's not even a game you play.
But that's not a card. That's not a card in your head that you should be playing at all. You shouldn't even try to think about plunking that card down, especially if you're the one in the wrong.
Yeah. But again,
that's how it goes.
That is the mindset right now,
because men can't handle in their mindset their woman being with another man. There's no way. And then I'm going to get back with her. Man, is you kidding me? There ain't no way she let somebody else inside of her, and I don't know what she was doing with this man.
But you slept with 5,
right? You just and you can get
slept with 5.
You could make 5 babies. Sleep with 5 women in 1 month. You could make 5 babies, and she's supposed to be okay with that.
No,
then you gonna get mad that she slept. You got me out here looking stupid. Everybody know you was with this dude. Dude, you got 5 baby mamas. We've been together.
You got yourself out here looking stupid.
5 baby mamas. And
you got yourself out here looking stupid. You're the idiot, sir. You're the one that look. one of the things that I say that I'm gonna say this, and a lot of dudes are gonna be mad at me when I say this here, but I don't care. Y'all brothers, men, whoever, y'all need to take responsibility for some of the things y'all say, and some of the shit that y'all do, because for you to be angry about about a woman doing something, and you out here, a woman doing dirty, you out here doing the same dirt. You have no right to say a word, not damn word. You don't got no right to say a word. Why would you even say anything to that effect if you the one out here doing dirt, you the one out here doing wrong, you the one out here acting a fool. And then now the woman that you say you love, you say you care about, you say you hold down, and everything else in between. Now she want to go out here and act a fool, and now all of a sudden she's at fault. Two wrongs don't make it right.
Nah, they don't, but it seems to be the new mindset. It's like if your woman is not doing, you know, everything, she's got to be, like I said, she's got to be skirts and high heels and demure and, keep her tone down, and that podcast that Tony talked about, like they were talking about like the Asian women, like they want that type of woman, like the woman that's just like, yes, daddy, yes, sir, whatever you want, okay, whatever, okay, like that's their culture. Okay. It doesn't mean that the women are happy though. A lot of those women feel like, I can't even think of the word, but that's their culture and that's how the women are raised to be. It doesn't mean that they're happy. You know what I mean? There used to be a time in the United States when a husband could literally spank his wife, could discipline his wife. Y'all want to go back to that? Like that's what it feels like. That's what they're like. That's where the turn is coming. Like y'all want to go back to where women had no rights, where women were just basically like barefoot and pregnant. That's y'all job. Y'all just take care. But you don't want them to be at home taking care of the house, because then that means you have to be the financial provider. So you want her to take care of everything and work while you do. So you only have to work, but she's got to do work and take care of everything else. Like that just doesn't make any sense. And keep herself up and be physically pleasing to you and do, like it doesn't make any sense. I don't.
I mean, now look, I am a person that my requirements are really are not that stringent.
I don't think
They really
should be. I really
they really aren't.
I
Now,
don't think they should be.
my thing is like, I first and foremost, I'll say this: I'm not a man. I'm not a makeup dude. I don't. Not to say that I don't like it, or me personally, I don't. I just don't. I just don't.
So you like
I
her
won't say I
nice?
don't like it, but it's just something that I feel doesn't look attractive on a woman. I'm not into the high heels and all that stuff. I had my feeling that when I was married. No offense to my ex-spouse. I had my feeling that when I was married. I'm
See,
I'm
and
I'm more of a simpleton.
Every man is different. Yeah.
For me, I mean, now, see, you had to go and mention heels. That's crazy. Like I see, heels because I'm a leg man. So it's like if a woman's got like some nice stockings on and some heels, I'm all set. Oh my goodness.
Don't say it, woman. Hey.
Okay, not a woman. Okay, my woman. Gotta make that.
Boy, you about to be in the doghouse.
Listen, women, he don't mean y'all. Don't be starting
you about to be in the doghouse, boy. You was about to be in the doghouse.
I know, right? The couch was calling my name. But if she wears heels, like I'm crazy for it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's go. Like, but that's me. Everybody's different, but I don't make that demand on her.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I would love it, and every now and then I'll throw that out there as a suggestion. Hey, that would be nice, babe, if or we'll be in the store looking at shoes. And like, babe, these look nice.
But it also
she might even entertain me and try them on. But at the end of the day, like, it comes up to her.
But it also goes that to me. and also the one thing that I am very much cognizant and I'm aware of now is what makes my woman comfortable.
Yeah.
Is she, this is what she's gonna wear? Okay, this is what makes her comfortable. I'm cool with that. I mean, if she want to be a GC, if she's a jeans and t-shirt type of female, cool. Let's
Yes.
run it.
Yeah.
Run it. It's
Yeah.
a
My
rarity.
thing is don't make the total. No, this is what's happened. This is what happens a lot. The woman, you meet her somewhere, whether it be at the club or you out somewhere, but you meet the woman and she's looking hotter than hot, looking massively hot.
Yeah.
Got her hair did and everything, just looking at her top peak. Now, after about a month and a half, after y'all finally get together and you're living together and everything, all of a sudden the nightgowns and nighties disappear. Like, don't know where they went. And the hair is all of a sudden that's invisible because it's wrapped up in this like Aunt Jemima bun or something, some type of stuff is on her head. And I don't know. Like I'm like, come on, for real? Like, you were trying to get me, then you got me. All of a sudden, the 90s are gone and we're wearing flannel pajamas. We're wearing flannel polka dot pajamas. We're talking pants and top. we're, like the hair is wrapped up with the big bun in the front of the head. Like, that's really attractive. Like, these things change, and it's like that's a whole nother conversation.
Let's see, like for
That's a
me,
whole
like
nother conversation because, like, okay, that's not what we. That's not what. That's not where we was.
Or that's
at.
part of the stuff that you don't see until, like, y'all see them out and about. You see them, and maybe y'all sleep over at each other's house, every once in a while. So you don't see all of that stuff until you're with them on a regular basis. Now you get to see their nightly routine. If I'm just sleeping over at your house, once a month or something, I may not bring the bonnet out. I'm gonna bring the sexy negligees because it's just a once in a while thing. When we move in together and you see me on a regular basis, now I'm gonna do what I normally do.
If you've been hooking up with this woman for 2 months,
you're not gonna see that.
No, 2 or 3 months. And you hooking up with her on a regular, like every week you at the house chilling at some point 2-3 times a week. All you see is the 90s, like you watching the football. Y'all was watching a nice movie or something.
Yeah, because you
and then she
over,
get up when she come in the living room, she all slicked out.
Yes, of course.
90 and the whole 9 half the time, see through and everything. And this is for like 3 months. Okay, so now you're dedicated. Moved your stuff in, your toothbrushes on the sink and everything. Your slippers are right there at the bed. Your bathrobe's on the end of the bed, and she come to bed. And she got flannel pajamas on. And it's like, well, where those come from? Like, what is that? Are we going to a Halloween party or something? Like, what is that? Like, I just want to know.
Those are my normal pajamas.
Where's that nice black nightie that you had on?
Specialty for you coming over once in a blue moon. No.
Not a blue moon. This is like 2-3 times a week when y'all linking up. You go to dinner. You might even go to a movie. Then you camp out for the night. But
but that's not an everyday occurrence.
So why not wear that stuff? Why not wear that stuff when in the first 3 months then?
Because in the first 3 months,
that's that slick stuff.
It's
right
not
there.
the slick stuff. When you move in, it's not. I'm not going to show them. It's not. That's where that communication comes from.
Oh, here we go.
That's where that communication comes in. It's like, okay, so you got this sexy thing on. Is this what you sleep in every day? Now ain't nobody sleeping in a negligee every single night. That's just ridiculous. Nobody's sleeping in, the fishnet stockings. Come on, they're not sleeping in that stuff every single
day. Not in wintertime. Not in wintertime.
Well, no. she had to throw the stockings in there. That wasn't even in the equation. That wasn't even in the equation.
Nobody's
I like stockings, and that wasn't even in the equation.
I don't sleep in flannel, so he's not talking about me with the flannel. I don't, but my nightgowns, they do change. I have some nice sexy ones. I bring them out occasionally. Like those are occasional.
But she does. But okay, so I got to give her credit. I can't complain. There's been a couple times, but for the most part, like my wife is always ready for bed. I can't even complain in that area.
But
I
no,
can't.
I'm just saying, like
Maybe
when
her
people-
hair, because like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah, I'll do it with my wig. I just take the wig off and leave
all
my cap on
day.
and go to bed. Like, listen,
she'll put this night hat on.
listen,
Like,
I'm just the
even-
cap is on,
Like even if
and
she,
that's it. That's why I'm going to bed. Like, listen, I'm not
That's it,
trying to
that's
be
all.
uniform.
she
I'm
got,
not.
if she puts the wigs on, she looks nice. If she has her natural hair, she looks nice. Either way you slice it, it's there. But once she puts that nightcap on, like, okay, well, okay, let me go to sleep. No, because like it's a day, like I just got shot in the foot. Like this is not. I mean, and then after they do that with the flannel pajamas, everything, they want to be like, how come we ain't do nothing? Because you wearing flannel pajamas. When did that become sexy? I don't understand.
What is the
That's
purpose
the-
of being
that-
attracted to the negligee? Because all you're gonna do is take it off. It's the body you
Because
want.
it's a presentation. If I come to her for Christmas,
that
if
shouldn't
I
be a
come-
Unwrap the
deterrent.
if I come to you, if I
Unwrap
come to
the
you,
present.
if I come to you for Christmas morning and I just hand you the gift that's not wrapped, you're gonna be like, you could at least have wrapped it. So how about
Unwrap
you
it.
gonna give me-
Basically.
Do you think
could at
I
least
care?
wrap
Do
it.
you
That's
think
what
I
I'm
care
saying.
if the present is wrapped in a paper bag or some shiny
Wait.
stuff? I don't care what it's wrapped in.
Oh my
I want the
goodness.
present that's inside the wrapper. I don't care how you wrap it. It could be all in a bag, like we was talking about. We're not doing wrapping paper. We're just putting it in a bag with some tissue paper on top.
That's still
That's it.
still
It's-
that's
it's
still
wrapped.
nice
It's okay.
and decorated.
Listen,
The flannel
nice.
pajama should not be a deterrent, bro. The flannel pajama should not be a deterrent.
It's a deterrent.
not.
It can
It
be
is
a
not. It
deterrent.
should not be a deterrent.
Listen.
unwrap the
listen,
package.
check it out. If you've been with her all day long, out traveling all day long, and with somebody like my boo, if she knows she's spending the day out with me, she gets dressed to the T. Just because she wants to. I don't ask for that. It's what she does. She's like, I gotta represent my man. So she literally, from like 8 out of 10 times, she will dress to the T. She should have her face did, her hair did, have a nice outfit on. Sometimes a dress, especially in the summer, she's ready to go. And got, sometimes the short heel or whatever. She'll be looking hot all day long. We're talking from 9 o'clock to maybe 9 o'clock. Right.
And when I get home, I'm gonna
And
take all
then
that stuff off.
As soon as she gets home, it all comes off, and here comes the head wrap and everything else. Now, all day long, I've been suffering all day long. Like, ooh, it's gonna be a good night. All day long. 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, it's gonna be a good night. All day long. And then it all disappears within a minute. Not even a minute. It's gone.
That shouldn't
That
matter.
Wow.
It shouldn't ma-
Wow.
Flannel
okay, so
pajama
what
should
you
not be
guys
a
do when y'all
deterrent.
get in the bed to make yourself pleasingly appealing to us? Y'all got on boxer shorts or gym shorts, that basketball shorts, and y'all get in the bed. We supposed to be the same basketball shorts all week long.
Okay, but the thing is,
Are women not supposed to
but I'm
be
saying, other than
attracted to what their man looks like in the bed? What are y'all gonna put on? What do y'all put on to make us want to be attracted to you in the bed? Nothing. But women got to wear negligees. We got to wear. They got all these different things for women to put on to get sexy. It's all about the woman being appealing to the man. The
well,
man
thank
don't
you all
got
for
to do
coming
nothing
to our
but show
show.
up.
It's been a great.
See,
It's been-
none of those things should ever be a deterrent. If you're attracted, if you're attracted to somebody,
see,
none of that stuff
I
should
won't
matter.
say deterrent. You're
Let
right,
him
Fred.
finish. Let him finish.
Well, he's right. He's right.
None of that stuff should be a deterrent.
It
If she has old flannel pajamas, what's holding you back from peeling that wrapper off to get what's inside the wrapper?
Oh, trust I do peel the wrapper off.
Okay,
I'm
then
just saying.
what's the complaint about?
No, I'm saying I was talking generally speaking.
Nah,
I'm
that's
just going-
it's not.
I'm going in general.
No.
because,
I don't
like I
wear
said,
flannel.
she doesn't wear. She doesn't.
I would die in flannel.
But
especially right now.
my thing is that what's the complaint? What's the complaint about?
Right. That's my thing.
It shouldn't be a complaint. If she's wearing something that's kind of outside of what you have expected her to wear, that shouldn't be an issue. Because if you care about that person, you love her, and you're physically attracted to her, then it shouldn't matter what she's wearing, because come toward the end of the night, it's all coming off anyway.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's all coming off anyway.
It's all coming off anyway. And guess what? Y'all gonna wake up naked. So what's the problem? So what's the issue?
Now we're
Just
not going to.
just another extra step to
I'm gonna
to
go
get to the
clean up immediately. And
just
put
an extra step.
That's what. Yes, she cleans up and gets
But it's just
in more clothes.
It's just
like,
listen.
I'm
and
just
that's my
saying.
thing. I just be like,
it's an extra step, dog. That's all it is.
lingerie is a waste of money. It's a waste of money.
A waste of
Because
money.
y'all just gonna take it off. You're gonna look at it. Oh, that's so. And then in 2 minutes, it's all off. So what did it do? It didn't do nothing. You're gonna take it off. 2 minutes later, it's all gone. It's all gone.
Listen. That extra stuff is nice sometimes.
It is. It's nice sometimes. It is.
It's
It
like-
is nice
but-
sometimes.
And here's the thing: I've never complained about it.
So when does
Nor
it
have
not
I
become nice?
asked.
When does
Nor
it
have
not
I
become nice
asked.
though?
Huh?
When does it not become nice though? Tony, when does it not become nice?
Listen,
He has said
Listen.
he has made that statement, like he said, like all day long you had all this stuff on, and then we get in the house and I don't even get to like what do you say? I don't even get to like partake in it or whatever.
yeah,
whatever he said.
I don't get
You
to
take
Hold
the
on, you
clothes
hold
off,
on,
I would
take
like-
the
I
this
would like-
off.
I would like to unwrap
Stop
that.
right there.
I would
You
like to unwrap that.
Tony.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tony,
I would like to unwrap that. That's just my personal preference.
no, brother.
That's my personal preference. I would like
I'm
to
gonna-
unwrap that package. That package is hot. I would like to unwrap
But
that package.
I'm gonna defend Kai on this one, bro, because you never got to partake. You got the chance to partake in that all day.
we was out.
Exactly. That when you were looking, that means you were partaking.
Visually stimulated all day.
When you were looking, you were partaking. When you were staring at your wife, you were partaking.
Okay, well, there's different levels of partake.
No.
And then I want to come
different
home.
levels.
I want to take
You
all
are
this
not going to
I
whitewash
wanna
that for
be
me, bro.
clean. I want to feel fresh. And now I want you to partake. And now you're like, you done took all this stuff off. Yeah, no, I'm nice. I'm clean. I feel fresh. Like, I don't want you feeling all over me. I've been out in these clothes all day long. They probably all
Sweaty,
sweaty,
dirty, nasty.
Right. No,
Here we go.
Yes, no, I don't want to do that. I want to get clean, put on something clean. Like, well, I like the stockings. I wanted to. No, you don't want those stockings, baby. No, I had them on. Like, no, I'm not. No.
They've been scrubbing against my thighs. I mean, I got
Right.
this.
No.
I got
Fred,
this
you
bra.
said
This
that like
underwire
you've
is cutting into my
experienced- Fred, you said that like you've experienced the nylon scratching.
No, I
thing.
no, bro. I have no.
See,
But
this is
I've been around many women who complain about that.
This is true because she has. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just making an observation. Like this is normally, and I'm not the only one that has
No,
said
you're
anything about
probably
it.
not.
You're not the only one.
No,
There are men out there that like, okay, I'm about to get the good, and then
and you are.
as
Good.
soon as they come out the bedroom, they got
You
the
gonna get the good. I
pajamas
just
on
need to
with
get
the
cleaned
button
up.
skirt in their head
You
wrapped
better
up
get
like
it.
Aunt Jemima. That's all I'm
Come
saying.
on.
It's not the same package. That's all I'm saying.
Brother, it's the same package, it's just a different wrapper.
Listen,
Right. The stuff inside, the Snickers is still there.
Yeah. You peel apart a different wrapper. But my thing is like this
Snickers
all
still there.
day.
Listen, if I go
day
in the
you
store to buy
partake.
a Snickers and it ain't wrapped, I'm not touching it.
If it's
So
wrapped
that-
in an almond joy pack.
Basically.
I like almond joys, by the way. I love almond joys. It'd have to be something different that I don't, like a Butterfinger. I don't eat those. But I'm just saying, like packaging, sometimes packaging will make a little difference. That's all
It
I'm saying.
does.
I'm just saying you saw the package all day long. You saw
Damn.
the package. You were stimulated all day long.
With that package,
Yes.
you don't change the package.
No, the
Yeah,
package.
the package
No,
changed.
the package did
The
not
package-
change. The wrapping just changed.
Okay. So I like the.
So the package is still the same.
I like the wrapping that was on that package.
But what's inside the package is the same thing.
No, well, okay, I can't even argue that point. I can't. It is.
I mean,
It's the
look,
same
I mean,
package.
don't get me
But
don't
now
get
I
me
gotta
wrong.
go through the process. Now I gotta go through the process of going through something that I wasn't expecting to get
So
what I
you know
want.
what? You know what needs to happen is that anybody who
Lucky
feels
for
this
me.
particular type of way.
my lips to God's ears, I don't have to worry about that.
No,
Because
I don't
the
wear flannel.
packaging is always correct.
Now I might
For real.
the head wrap
Now
occasionally. I do.
that's a thing.
I don't do the head wrap often in bed because I get migraines. So I do have a little bonnet that I just flit over my head. Like I said,
Yes,
I will
she
take
does.
this wig off, and if I got my cap on, I might go to bed in the cap, or I might put my little bonnet on. That's the most that I do. I do have a scarf sometimes, but like I said, I get migraines, so I don't normally wear much on my head. But if you are a guy and you feel this way about your rapping, and you don't like when she changes the rapper to something unappealing, maybe throughout the day you might want to leave hints about what your later on plans are. Like, I can't wait to go home and get you out of this. So now she knows that you want to unwrap the package the way it is. Make it known that you want to unwrap the package. You know what I'm saying?
Here
So
we
that
go.
she knows that that's what you want to do. Because if she doesn't know, she just wants to go home and get out them clothes. Because she's been looking pretty for you all day long. Now she just wants to get out of all
She
that
want to
stuff.
clean up. You want to clean up.
Y'all men who like that stuff, maybe y'all should walk around in thongs and like a sports bra all day long and some heels just for one day so y'all can feel what it feels like, some tidy whities, and see how it feels and how badly you want to go home and get out them clothes.
Bruh.
I ain't got nothing else. I'm like,
Bruh.
I ain't got
Bruh.
nothing else. Because
I'm gonna tell
apparently,
you that. Look,
listen,
if
I'm gonna
look,
buy you. I don't want to hear nothing when you have to open your Christmas gifts in your Halloween package.
I
wanna
wouldn't
hear it.
care because I
Oh,
still
I hear-
want the gift on the inside. I don't care.
Actually, like I said,
see,
in all seriousness, the package is always right. For real, always right.
I'm gonna start when he come to bed in his gym shorts. I'm gonna be like,
Jim Short-
I know, right? Gym shorts.
Nobody else.
Even the
knew.
dog was like, "What? Gym shorts?"
Listen, I don't have a problem. Okay, like, what are we supposed to wear? Like,
They
we're
got
men.
stuff for guys.
What are we supposed to do?
They got nice little underwears for guys that say things.
Which she bought me, and I wear them.
When?
What?
I just wore them last night. See?
Because they be underneath. They
Right
be
there.
underneath the basketball shorts.
No, I don't. I wore them last night. I wear them now when I go because it gets hot because she has hot flashes. So our
And
room will
cold
be
flashes.
burning and then it'll be hot. So I have to dress accordingly. So I'll wear what she bought for me. She just don't
Underwear
always.
just
She
bought.
just don't
I
understand.
don't always see it. See, so he don't.
She don't
see,
always
if I put
watch.
on my next day, I'm gonna lay on the bed so he can see what I got on. Now, do I always get action when I do it? No, but I will lay on the bed in my nice little black lace thing,
Listen,
and I'll just be laying there.
In my
like,
defense, I'm not home for 13 hours.
see?
So when I get home after working 12 physical hours, I'm tired. Like, I might just lay down and once my head hits the pillow, I'm gone in like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. For real.
Oh no, man.
And I try not to do that. Like, but
man.
It's a thing.
Oh no, man.
Oh my goodness.
See, the package be all wrapped up pretty.
The package is.
He'd be like, I'm too tired to open the package.
I do.
Shit.
I'd be mad at myself too. Because I have every intention when I see the package, I'm like, yes. And then as soon as I hit the bed, I'm like, oh.
Pop a Red Bull and this.
I know. I'm gonna have to start stocking Red Bulls. That's how that's gotta flow.
I mean, and I believe that that's important for relationships or marriage relationships, period, to even get that way. That it's got to be that level of spontaneity. So gonna be. I know my girl don't work 8 hours, so let me make sure that she got dinner. Let me make sure that she gonna eat something. Let me run her bath water and some stuff like that. Those things help out. Those things are welcome. And it also could go to the opposite. I know my guy been working 12 hours. He knows I'm gonna cook dinner, but let me do something else. Let me do something extra. Let me do something else for him that he may not expect, that he may not even expect.
You're saying like I don't do extra stuff.
I was talking in terms of me.
If I can get him to take a bath, that would be he is so anti-bath. Like, he'll take a shower all day long. I'd be like, babe, when your muscles hurt, it'll be awesome to take a bath. Like, get in that
boy, let me tell you something.
I'm a guy, I don't take baths. What?
Bro, I do showers. I like the way it hits my back when my back
Nah,
muscles
nah,
hurt.
nah. You ain't experienced nothing until you've sat in a tub of water
I'm
that's as hot
telling
as you can take it and sit there and you soak for like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Let
you,
me tell you something.
Epsom salt.
Yeah, see,
I'm trying to tell him.
I
Some
love my
Epsom
shower.
salt, some rubbing alcohol.
Yeah,
Look,
I be trying to tell him
I
like
take
that's
my
a
shower. I
whole nother
take
level.
showers. I'm not a bath dude. I'm a
I'm trying
shower
to
guy.
tell him.
no, you ain't you
Shower
that
guy.
that look, get run you some bath water, put some Epsom salt in there, light you a couple candles, play some music, sit in the bathtub for like
Yes. I be trying
and
to tell
soak in
him
there for a while.
he's missing
Let me tell
out.
you,
My grandmother used to be great with that Epsom salt, man. She used to love
dude, it's real. You just go to the store, buy you some Epsom salt, run water as hot as you can take it, pour the Epsom salt in there, swirl it around a little bit. If you got some green alcohol, pour a little bit of that in there, and
it. I
just sit there,
mean,
just
I
sit
be
in the
trying to tell him
tub.
like, babe, when you do it, you're gonna feel so much better. Like it's a different feeling than letting the water hit your back, like soaking in.
I,
That's why people do. They go in the saunas and they go in that. They got the hot tubs. That's why. Like it's a whole. Now he'll do a hot tub.
I
I'm like,
will.
what's the difference
I'll
between a
do a
hot
hot
tub and a
tub.
bathtub? What's the
I'll
difference?
definitely do a hot tub because it doesn't feel like a
jets.
bath. Yeah, the jets are way. Now see, now because that represents a shower. Like you get
No,
hit
that
with the
does not
jets.
represent the
I'm getting hit with the
shower.
water underwater, but
Oh
I'm still
my
getting hit with the
goodness.
water.
Oh
That's
my-
a beautiful
You
thing.
see what I married?
Let me
I'm
tell you
glad you
something.
brought that
You
up.
see what I
I'm glad
married?
you brought because that's the
See,
thing. I
if
love
you sit
that.
if you sit in the tub of hot water, that does amazing things to your muscles, especially if you like I said, you've been on your feet 12 hours a day. You've been moving left and right, and you've been moving up and down for 12 hours a day. If you sit in the tub of hot water, I'm telling you, first of all, your muscles are gonna be relaxed.
Yes.
You're gonna be replenished and restored. And then it's like
Listen,
you're not
mom,
gonna feel like you're
sleep is
dead
what I'm
dog
gonna do.
tired.
I'm gonna be sleeping in the tub and hope I don't drown. That's what
Ain't
that's
nothing
gonna be.
bro.
If I
I've
get
done
that
I've
relaxed, I'm out for the count. Like
I've done
it's
that so
crazy.
I've done that so many times. I've sat in the tub, but I caught a nap. Didn't
Yeah,
drown or nothing. It
yeah.
was
Well,
it was
some of
I
us
mean,
are lucky.
it's not being lucky. It's just
It's
because
not like on TV. You're
being
not just
aware where you
you're like
are.
2 feet tall. You're not gonna fall under the tub. Your
Yeah,
feet
you're not gonna
hit
slip
the
up on
top.
the tub. It's not like you ain't
You
gonna be.
taller than
It's
me,
not
so
like
your feet gonna hit the thing.
yeah.
See, that's another thing. I don't have the size tub I want. It's big enough, but I don't have the size tub that I want in order to take a nice, comfortable bath.
You
I
would be
just don't.
comfortable in
I
there.
just don't.
You'd be
I
comfortable
just
in there.
don't.
You
I'm a
would. You don't
shower
know because you
guy.
don't know because you've never been
I'm
in
a
there.
shower guy.
I'm gonna get him
I
in there
mean,
one day, y'all.
And the fact that
hey,
you
to
brought
each
it
his
up,
own.
it's like, why you bring up the fact I'm not taking baths? I take showers. Like
Cause I want
that's
he talked
personal. I
about
feel violated.
he talked about the woman doing
Hey.
something for him, and I'm like running the bath. It's like
Sit.
I can't run a bath because he won't get in it.
Sit. Sit.
Gee,
You're so hard headed.
you know what though? I say hard head make a soft ass.
In the tub, yeah, maybe. But I'm not trying to take. I'm not trying to take a bath. I do showers. It just makes me feel comfortable.
I mean, I get that. What
But
I
you
mean,
standing on, I was like, you've been standing on your feet for 13 hours.
I have.
If you get off your feet and let your body completely relax, that's why baths are awesome because your body is completely relaxed. You just sitting. Your body don't have to do nothing but just sit.
I might have to experiment at some point this month. I
well,
don't
but
know.
I mean,
I
okay, so
can't make no promises. But
okay, how about this then? How about this? If you're kind of not you're anti-bath, how about you run a little bit of water, put a little Epsom salt in it, instead just stick your feet in there. If you've been on your feet all day, that's gonna relax your feet.
yeah, and I do need that. I do because my ankles kill
Had one
sometimes.
too.
There you go. Run some water as hot as you can take it up to your ankles. Epsom salt, green alcohol, a little bit of eucalyptus, like Maverick said, and
Mm-hmm.
and and that'll relax your feet and your ankles. Because again, the reason that I take bath and I can't take baths on occasion is because, well, I'm like you. I'm not always on my feet 12 hours. I'm not on my feet 12 hours a day like you are, but I exercise and I do a lot of walking. A lot of my exercise it entails walking, and
Yeah.
all that is murder on my joints.
Right.
So and I have bad knees. I have really bad knees like my father.
Yeah, I
And I'm
do too.
hoping to God I don't have to have have any type of knee replacement surgery in no time in my hoping that's not in my future at all. So I have really bad knees.
It's
So
no joke. Knee
Yeah, it's
replacement
so
no
surgery
joke.
is no
She's
joke.
gone through it
I
twice.
love taking baths, but because I still have residual pain after getting both knees replaced, which is why I no longer my closet is full of sneakers. I was not a sneaker person. He got his fill of heels because all I owned was heels and maybe 2 pairs of sneakers. Now I got 50 pairs of
several pairs.
sneakers and 1 pair of heels. I get in it's hard for me to get in the bathtub and it's super hard to get out. So as much as I love a bath, it's like a full workout.
Yep. So but I said that about because again, I put all that stress on my joints and I need to relax.
Yeah.
Need to
It's so
let those muscles relax and let those joints, relax and,
yeah.
and recover. And then when I get out the tub, I have a lot more energy and my joints don't hurt as much as they did when I got in the tub.
Yeah.
Like I said, I might venture into
I
it
might have to
this month. I
go.
might try one.
Maybe we'll have to make every 3 months or something. We'll go get a room or something that has a hot tub in it or something.
See, now that's what I'm talking about. See how she get them ideas.
That'd be the compromise.
That's a
That'd be
compromise.
my way of getting him into a tub.
You can't bring soap and water in a hot tub. You can't bring soap and a rag in a hot tub.
Why not?
Uh-oh.
The ones that are be in the hotel rooms.
In the room, yeah, but
Yeah,
I thought
not
you
like
meant
a public one. No.
oh damn, my bad.
Oh yeah, no, not like a public one.
Not
Like
the communal
in
ones,
a
huh?
room. Yeah, no. I don't even like those communal ones unless it's like my girlfriend. She got a hot tub in her backyard. Like, yeah, maybe that. But like, I ain't going to no
Communal
like
ones,
gym and they got
nah,
the hot
nah.
tubs. No, because I don't know where your body been and I ain't getting
But I
in
mean,
there.
I understand where he's coming from with the hot tub because the jets do simulate
Oh, them
a
jet.
shower.
Yeah.
They do
What?
simulate a shower. So in some ways, but for me,
Yeah.
I know
I
for
mean,
me
they
that
feel good on your back right there. You're getting double duty. You're getting your body's 100% relaxed, and you got the jets pulsating on different parts of your body.
see that and for me, that's wholly uncomfortable. That's wholly uncomfortable for somebody who has back issues like me. That's wholly uncomfortable.
Yeah. It smells sweet.
Yeah, we're smelling a fragrance like
It smells like somebody sprayed air freshener or something.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smells good. But
Who smoking lie?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't
Only other
smell
person
it
in the house is
strong.
my mother. So
It's strong. It's very strong.
Who smoking lie?
It does. It smells like somebody sprayed air freshener.
Yeah.
Let's see. I ain't over there, so I don't know what it is.
But we
Oh,
will
Lord.
have to get back into this conversation
Yeah.
at another
Yeah, we
point.
are.
So we've been doing relationships for
That's
a
what
minute. It's
we
kind
do
of what we
because
started.
it works. It there's a lot
Relationships
to be
and
said.
family is what he's been. We started sofa chats with relationships. He's done relationships, and I've kind of gone into family and parenthood. But yeah, we're gonna work on this Monday. Y'all guys join me Monday. Monday, my guest is gonna be Shalonda Williams.
Ooh.
She has been our life
Ooh.
friend, but she has a new book coming out, and so I'm gonna have her on Monday,
Ooh,
11:30
boy.
p.m. And that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about her new book. So
That
Awesome.
all I'm gonna tell y'all live for a treat because that lady, that woman, that lady, that young lady right there.
yeah,
She's been such a good friend to us. Excuse me. Such a good advisor. She's awesome.
and she keep it real, 100.
She does. She
like
keeps it 100.
she
She's helped
keep it
us.
100.
She's helped us out quite a bit.
She is not a friend to be like,
I got chickens.
Math is a bet.
I'm done.
Shalonda is not that friend that'll be like, yeah, girl, because he ain't no good. No, Shalonda gonna be like, girl, you wrong. You know you was wrong. You know you shouldn't have did that, or
Oh yeah.
she's
She'll
not
show both sides
Yes.
to a coin, and you gotta have that in a person,
Yeah.
which is why it was easy for us to communicate with her on relationship because
I don't want no friend that's just gonna be like, yeah, girl. No, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Like, keep it 100. Some people just want, yes people in their lives to make them feel better. But nah, if you my real friend and I'm screwing up, tell me so I can fix myself. You know what I mean? I may not like it. Nobody likes to be told that they wrong. Nobody wants to be held accountable. But if you really my friend and you really got my back, and you really care about me, you gonna tell me when I'm screwing up.
Yeah, serious.
Iron sharpens iron. 100%.
I'll probably be watching that show on Monday from work.
Y'all live for a treat. That lady, that young lady right there.
Really partake in it.
Oh yeah,
y'all are in for a huge definitely treat. Watch or listen.
Yeah. Huge treat Monday. Come on back Monday, 11:30, maybe even 11, because I might need a full 2 hours for her. 11 to 11 to 1 instead of 11:30.
Yeah, y'all might need a full hour because the wait, but when she came on with me,
yeah, that's 100% a woman of God, 100%, and not religious in that, like, oh my goodness, I don't want to talk to her, I don't want to hear it type of way. Like,
no,
she's really good.
She's really, a people really person, and she is really about helping people be the best version of themselves that they could be, getting over past traumas, getting over, getting through all of that mess and all that stuff to really help you be the best that you could be, help your relationship, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
like,
good.
That is who she is.
Yep. She's good.
For sure. And I know this month is all about the author, so probably tomorrow I'm probably gonna come up here and I'm gonna do a mini review of a book. I ain't telling which book I'm gonna do.
No, okay.
So it'll be a surprise.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a mini review, do a little bit of do a reading of a book, and just kind of just let everybody know what I thought of the book, what stood out for me, in the book, pros, cons, everything in between. And
tell the people what time you be on.
8 o'clock tomorrow, possibly 8 o'clock tomorrow. So
okay.
So make sure you guys tune in for that, because I'm probably gonna do a book review.
Make sure that y'all like and subscribe to the Trailblazers radio station.
Yes.
Like I said, we are Sofa Chats, but we are on Trailblazers Radio Network. So Trailblazers Radio on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube especially. Make sure that y'all are following so that you will get notified whenever there is a show. Make sure you go and subscribe whenever there is a show that you'll see, because it's not just us. It's not just Fred. There's other people for you to, other shows for you to watch, other shows for you to take part in. And if you would like to sponsor a show or the whole network as a whole, because like I said, there are multiple shows to get your stuff out there. We could talk about you, we could talk about your product, whatever it is.
And if you have music that you want played, we can play it. Make sure it's clean, make sure it's radio ready, please.
And make sure you own it.
Please. Yes, make sure you own it.
Don't be sending us a track.
To the very least, have permission for the producer to use it.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of artists, so Friday, y'all look, y'all in for a treat, man. This lady had this young lady has graced us before when we were audio only platform, and she's coming back again on the video side of it, man. And I'm excited to have her on. Miss Hershey Stephenson, aka Hershey the lyricist. We're gonna talk about her music journey. We're gonna talk about the, where she fits at in the Houston, Texas rap scene, hip hop scene, and she's gonna do a live performance of her song "Suffer for Me," and we're gonna talk a little bit about that song and why it's important for brothers to listen to this song and understand the meaning behind it. So y'all gonna be in for a treat, because it's gonna be a live performance.
Like you said, yes, there's a lot happening on Trailblazers Radio, so tune in by all means. Next Wednesday, same time, same T channel.
It'll be T Wade next week. T Wade, and don't forget, Wednesday. Like Fred said, this month is author. So if you're an author and you want to get your shine this month, reach out to Trailblazers Radio. It's trailblazersradio@gmail.com.
Yep. Please, because
reach out.
We can give y'all some recognition.
Yes.
But like I said before, like I said on a couple of shows before, I got a pile of books over here from authors that I've supported, and I've read all of them. It's really high time that I gave these
So much
authors.
we lost all our books.
It's high time that I gave these authors their just due.
About that. Yeah, we authors need their, like, I got to get back. I got into the music scene and I dropped my book like a hot potato. Then I went back to it when I took a pinch of a breather from the music, and I was trying to get back into my books, but I have a contest I have to get in for the music. So I got to dive into the music for another 3 weeks before I can hit my book again. I can't do them both at the same time because I end up focusing on one. Like, when anybody who's an author, they know when you get into a book that you're writing and it's getting really good, you don't want to stop writing. Even when I walk away from the computer, it's like, oh, I want to go back to that chair because the ideas are still flowing.
Right.
And when I write to where
Visually,
my books are.
yeah.
I'm visually writing. So my books are like right there. They're like movie ready by the time I get done writing them. And I just enjoy writing, but I can't do that in music at the same. Like, focus on music it takes a lot. It takes a lot to focus on music and books. So, but yeah, hit us up. Let us know. In the meantime, in between time, we thank you for joining in. It's been a great time.
It's been. I mean, we went a little over, but that's okay.
We went a lot over, but that's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. We're gonna, before we head out.
That's my fault.
No, it's not. It's nobody's fault because we enjoyed it.
Fun. Yeah, this was awesome.
It'd be different if we was dragging and not knowing what we were saying or anything like that. But that just means that the conversation was awesome. Good, which means we on the right track. You know, relationships are in depth, and there's so many different ways to going with this. We know we
have a lot to say about it. So
I mean, we are definitely not the relationship show.
We're not, and we're not experts. But we've definitely gone through the woods and into the tunnels and back out on the highway, and we done did it all. So we have opinions, and we have some viewpoints, and you can take them or leave them, but it is what it is. We enjoy ourselves with it, and we enjoy having you here watching us. Fred, thanks for joining in, man. That was awesome. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks for everybody
giving us the platform we have. Everyone that came in, thank you all. Those who did comment, sorry we didn't get to all of the comments because it's doing something funny. But we're working on it, so just hang tight. And until then,
before we go, we're gonna play you a song. And then we're going to end the show after the song goes off. But make sure, like Fred said, you tune in tomorrow and the rest of the week. There's always shows going on. Make sure that you subscribe so that you know when there is a show going on. Okay?
Well, we love you, and we'll see you soon.
Now, look at this, all of a sudden.
What's up? What's all y'all playing?
Coming up.
Why?
Which is by yours truly.
Yeah.
We did this one.
Yeah.
We love this song. I listened to it like 5-7 times at work today because every now and then we hit a good one.
Well, guess what?
We'll let y'all listen to it. We'll let y'all
without further ado, then.
There you go.
Introducing Why by the husband and wife duo of the Dragon and the Diamond Butterfly. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all to life. We love y'all to live. Live life as if tomorrow's not coming. And y'all be safe out here, man. We love y'all. Peace.
Be safe.
Deuces.
Why? Tell me why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me why? Tell me. Gave you all of me. I set your mind and body free. It can't be said it wasn't satisfaction guaranteed. Yet you did me wrong, girl, playing all your games. Girl, you should've used your brain. There's nothing more to say. Just tell me why you did me that way. If you love me, then why would you do me that way? I tried to be everything you need, but you still wanna hurt me. Gave my heart to you. What more do I need to do? There's nothing else to say. Just tell me why you did me that way. Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me why you wanna do me like that. Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me why? Tell me why? Tell me why you wanna do me like that. Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me.
Why you asking me? You never made it home before 3. Don't talk about satisfaction, cause it wasn't guaranteed. And I got the receipt, yeah, I stayed on my grind. Truth is, you're intimidated by my mind. There's nothing left to say. Why'd you do me that way? Gave you all my trust, I gave you all my love, even put you first. So tell me why? Gave you all my heart, but you tore it apart. Just tell me. Why'd you do me that way?
Why? Tell me. Why? Why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? You're the woman of my dreams.
I wanted you to be my king.
Our love was like a movie
But you
scene,
left me with only sad songs.
and now the dream has gone away.
I guess our love wasn't meant to stay.
There's only one thing left to say. Why'd you have to do me that way? You hurt me, girl. Why'd you wanna do me that way?
Why'd you break my heart?
Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me why? Do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? Me, girl. Tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? So tell me why? Do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? I give you tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Tell me. Why? Why you wanna do me like that? Come on, tell me. Why? Tell me.